everyone! Welcome back to the Long Dark. I am Atheenon, and we're going to be playing on our Will Eggy Jr. character tonight. We are on day 341. We're almost to day 350. We're spending some time in Pleasant Valley, exploring, mapping, and doing stuff and things. First thing I need to do, though, is turn on the HUD. There we go. Got our HUD on. Alright, we aren't doing too bad. What kind of food do we got? We got some cattails. I think we have some meat outside. Let's see if we got that meat out here. Pretty sure we do. Oh, yeah. Look at all that good meat there. Yum, yum, yum. What time of day is it? It's morning. Just getting on to morning. Now, this is a great place. If you can hunt the bear, this is a great place to hunt it because you can shoot the bear, then you can jump in a vehicle and he can't get to you, but you can see outside and see if he's around, which is kind of nice. I don't see Mr. Bear around, but that doesn't mean he's not out there. It's been a while since we were in Pleasant Valley, so I'm sure he is respawned at this point. Let's back up, but let's go inside the barn. Let's get warmed up. Get warmed up just a smidge, and then we'll go out. We'll see if we can find the moose. We'll see if we can find the bear. Be great to get both of those down. Hey, Alex Life, how you doing, buddy? How's it going tonight, Alex? I hope you're having a good one. See if we left anything for us upstairs. Doesn't look like anything's upstairs. Nope, we left nothing. We have left nothing up here. All right, well let's just pass a little time in here. Let's just actually sleep for an hour. We'll just sleep for an hour and get warmed back up real quick. Then we'll go out and see if we can find the moose or the bear. I think the moose on this run, I think the moose is over in Birch Forest, so that would be huge for us if it was. Where's our weight at? 47 right now. We got a bunch of wood and coal on us. Hey, Lucka and Jackal. How you doing, Jackal? Haven't been to streams for a while. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. So this character, boys and girls, we got all of our gear pretty well settled out. We got the rabbit skin hat and gloves. We got the deer skin boots and pants. We got the moose hide coat over the bear hide coat. We got double thin sweaters, double thermals, double socks. We got the combat pants on. We got our moose hide satchel. We got our crampons. We got the technical backpack, so we're sporting a 15 kilo carry bonus, which is great. Our skills sit at carcass harvesting, cooking, fire starting, archery, and mending all at 5. Ice fishing is at 4. So there we go. Hi, Faith. Hello, hello. Do I have any mapping stuff? Oh, I do have some mapping stuff. What's my map look like in this zone? Oh, we must have. Oh, we found the Polaroid. It opened that area up. Then we mapped a little bit over here too. All right. Well, that works. But hello, Faith. How you doing tonight? Happy to have you all here. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening and ready for some fun. We're gonna play Long Dark for about 3 hours, and then we're gonna be switching over and playing a little bit of Days Gone tonight. Now, tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be off. I'm going down to the beach with my best friend, and we're going to be chilling out down there for a weekend. Hey, there's the bear. Let's see if we get Mr. Bear. I want to jump in this one, I think. But yeah, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to be off. I'm going to run reruns. There's going to be a Planet Crafter rerun tomorrow, a Long Dark one on Saturday, and an Escape the Pacific one on Sunday. So, got some reruns planned and fun stuff going with that, but, where is he? Oh, he's gargling. Got him. Nice. Woo! There we go, baby. That's how we take a bear down right there. And we get a mag lens fire too. Does this day just keep getting better and better? Mag lens fire, bear down, boom, buddy, boom, 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 right away. Awesome.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Fresh meat, fresh bear meat for everybody. Let's throw a couple pieces of coal on there. Let's harvest them up. We're gonna use our hacksaw, because you can. And this way, if the weather turns bad, we just go inside anyway.
All this gear is slowing me down.
Hey, Packerbacker, hello, hello. How you doing? Hope you're having a good one. Welcome on in. All right, let's go. Let's just go and ditch in here real quick. We'll drop off the guts and the hides, get those all curing. Ooh, lots of guts hitting the ground. Drop. Oh, we got a fresh deer hide too. Okay, and we got a fresh birch, so let's drop that too. And a fresh maple as well. Nice. You're starving. I've been a bottomless pit today. I blame getting up early this morning. Oh, you're hungry for some bear meat? Ooh, I got an itch on my back. Ooh, I'm gonna do it like a bear. Gotta scratch that itch like a bear, baby. All right, let's harvest a couple pieces here real quick. At this stage of the game, boys and girls, I almost use my hacksaw more than I use my knife and my hatchet. Just because the hacksaw is very easy to fix. The knife and the hatchet take, you know, whetstones, and I don't have any. 150, okay. So 4.5 kilos a bag. That's not too bad.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
That's not too shabby.
Too heavy.
Got him. I overshot the first time. The first time was a little bit of an overshoot. I just wanted to get him out of the way. Because he would just come sniffing around anyway. Now with wolves like that, I'm just not even going to touch him. I'm just going to leave him where he lays. Because that way he'll take a lot longer to decompose. Which means that he won't respawn as quick. Which will be good for us.
Something's gotta go.
Yeah, something like that attitude of yours. Jeez Louise, man. Whining about everything. But it's a good start to the run today. Great start to the run today. Oh, I need to put some more firewood in there, don't I? Let's throw a couple more pieces of coal in there. There we go. I don't even care really if we cook all this up. It's more just about getting it all harvested so that we can at some point attempt to cook it up. Hey Alex, how you doing? Alex 546 TLD, how you doing, my friend? How's it going, buddy?
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Well, we're TLDing it tonight. We got the bear down here by the barn, which personally I love this barn bear. If you can get him close to the barn, it's like ideal.
I can always use more food.
Yes, we can. Why, yes, we can, sir. How'd you know? Drink a little water here. Get a little on the thirsty side. And a little on the hungry side. That bear meat goes down smooth. That's some smooth, cold bear meat there. Alright, so we got some rotted stuff there. We got some good stuff there. We got some good stuff there.
I need to drop something.
Oh, those birds are pissed. Oh, they're flying over. Means the weather's gonna change at some point.
Too much stuff to carry.
Which is a pretty broad statement because the weather changes all the time in this game. And no, Raph even said the crows do not indicate a weather change. That used to be a rumor going around, is that whenever you saw crows fly over, that meant the weather was gonna change soon. But Raph said no, that's not actually real. Which made me sad. Because it was kind of a cool idea. It's kind of a cool idea. I think that would have been a cool idea. Doing great in real life and Long Dark. In Long Dark has hit day 300, working on 50 days in each region. Oh wow.
Come on.
You're doing a Mark Wars challenge. You're doing the Mark Wars challenge, 50 days in each region. Holy crud. Well, good luck with that, my friend. Good luck with that. That's a lot. That's a lot of days in each region. That is a lot of days in each region. I spent 41. Oh, Plum Bob with the 43-month resub. Thank you, Plum Bob, for supporting me for almost 4 years. Let's get out some points and definitely get the sub love up in chat, boys and girls, for Plum Bob coming in with that 43-month resub. Holy crud. That is a long time. That's like 500 years or something like that. That's a long time. That's all I know. It's a long, long time. Well, I appreciate that very much, my friend. Thank you for that. Now, one thing, Packerbacker, are you doing that in the transition zones as well, or are you only doing that in the major zones? Because that's something too. It's like I think when Mark Wars did his, he did his in the transition zones as well.
Any of this gear?
No transition zones, just the main named zones. That's what I do too, because the transition zones are kind of garbage. I mean, they're good for what they are, but they aren't a zone to like live in. Then PV and Mystery Lake and Timberwolf Mountain, basically the easy ones, yeah. I think on this character, let's look at this character's stats real quick. I think on this character we spent almost 41 days. Yeah, we spent 41 days in Blackrock. The next highest is 42 in Coastal Highway. We spent 28 and 25 in Pleasant Valley, or Mystery Lake and Pleasant Valley respectively, 24 in Desolation, 9 in Timberwolf, 6 in Forlorn, 13 in Broken Railroad, 35 in Mountain Towns, 27 in HRV, 33 days in Bleak Inlet. I'm proud of that. Ash Canyon, 7 days. And that's the thing, is like Ash Canyon, there's not a lot to do there after you go up to the gold mine. I mean, it's like you got the gold mine and
It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
not a lot else. I mean, it's like, okay, once you get the gold mine and you do that whole run, it's kind of like, what do you do now? There we go. Got all the same cooking time ones on it. Got lots of meat in each. Got to actually do PT. Do it. do it. We'll eat the rotted meat. If we're gonna carry meat with us, it's gonna be the good stuff. Although I'm pretty set up in this zone, I'm pretty sure.
Something's gotta go.
Oh, we got one little piece of meat left. Yep, got one little tiny piece of meat. Put the small ones over here. Those are the little baby pieces. And that, boys and girls, is how you quickly cook a bear. I'm still working on Guns 5 on my run. It feels like 4 to 5 takes longer than... Well, you got to remember on Alakura, on most of the skills, it takes as much to get from 4 to 5 as it takes to get from 1 to 4. Most of them are set up to be very, very hard to get to level 5. So it is going to take you significantly longer to get to level 5 than it took you on most of the other levels. 1 to 2 is actually a pretty quick...
I'm not sure I can carry much.
It's actually pretty darn quick, but the other ones are way, way more. We'll do a little water since we got a fire going here. Why not? Have I started a new run since the last update? This run right here. This run is a new run since the last update. Yep. Oh, you mean since the last like minor update? I was thinking of the major update. I have not started one since the last update. No. Well, I've started some on the Streamloots side. I've done some on the Streamloots side, but those are all on Stalker settings, not Interloper settings. So. But I have not done a new Interloper yet. No. Yeah, you saw what I did to your buddy's corpse there, didn't you? I've been doing a straight massacre in all maps. Nice. My run, the spawn rate of rose hips and reshi is much higher than normal. Oh, really? Interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, that's kind of strange. I know Alana's, there's been some weird... It's like whenever they do an update, it always unintentionally breaks other things in the game. So I've heard from other people that some of the stuff since the update has been broken. They did, I guess, fix the keys, which is good because those were really broken and very annoying that they were broken so badly. Normally 1 or 2 of 3 plants have fruits. Oh, really? And you're not playing on like a modified, like anything. You aren't playing like on a gunloper or anything like, or not gunloper, but like no one gets out alive run or anything like that. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, because I know if you set spawn rates of plants to really low, it will actually really mess with the, yeah, you're just playing vanilla Loper, yeah.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
I wonder if they change the spawn rates on those to a lower setting. Because I believe in Interloper, the plants are set on a medium spawn rate for them. But if you put them on low spawn rate, that's where you'll find, like, birch and maple that are already cut down, along with birch and maple that's actually around for you to pick. And you'll find, maybe 1 or 2 of the plants will have fruits on them, where the other ones won't. That is, I'm curious about that. That is weird. We'll have to start a new Loper just to do a couple new Loper runs at some point. I do want to do that. I want to do a few new runs at some point. But I'm trying to get to 1,000 days on this guy, and it's gonna be a long. We're in for the long haul. Let's put it that way. All right, let's break down some torches and get some sticks back. I figured I'd recover my firewood, because why not? It's always nice to have some sticks. Yeah, someone needs to science it. Because, yeah, Loper plant spawns are set on medium. Now, are you noticing a lot less cattails as well? Because Loper has medium cattails, and like, I've played with low cattails, and it's like, you'll be lucky to get, like, a few off of it. Python Papa, hello, hello. I've got half rifles done. I have a hard time finding stuff to shoot. Yeah, finding stuff to shoot is usually the problem, Alakura, when you're trying to get that gun skill up. One thing you can do, too, do you have any of the 25-hour guns books left? You always want to save those until you hit level 4, because the 25-hour guns books you can actually read after level 4 to get your skill up to level 5. You can read them before that, but you can also read the 4-hour gun books before that and get your skill up as well. But the 25-hour ones you can actually read after level 4, where the 4-hour gun books you can only read up to level 4. Ghostface Killer, hello! So if you have any of the guns left, there's usually 2 per file. But, I mean, you're playing, you're playing on Stalker, so there may be even more in your file. So I would say, I would try to look for the guns books, because you can get some good skill ups off those. And that could give you a little boosty poo. I mean, it doesn't give you a lot, but it's you know, it's not bad. You can sit in a cave and read them. You don't have to, you can sit in a nice warm cave, read the book. You don't get any cabin fever risk or nothing. And you can read them after 5, so. Sounds like a nice little storm out there today. Solar Jin, how you doing? Hello.
I need to drop something.
Hello, hello. We'll eat our meat. Always eat meat before you drink, because meat dehydrates you, and so if you drink before you eat the meat, you're basically just having to drink again to replace the water that your meat got rid of. So even if you're completely thirsty, like completely parched, eat your meat first, then drink your water. That way you conserve the water that you got. Okay, I got 14 cloth. What's my bow's condition? 39. Let's make, yeah, we need to make a new bow. Let's make a backup bow. Since it's nice and storming outside, we'll make a backup bow. Usually when my bow gets to like 30 to 40%, I like to make a backup. It doesn't happen very often, but I have had a bow break at 30% before. And it was really sad because I was hunting a moose at the time. And I had to leave, go make a new bow, and come back for the moose. And by the time I came back, he was gone. He was like, bye! Bye! And he took all my arrows with him, too. And he took all my arrows with him, little bastard. I don't know why I have spray paint on me. Alright. I do like to have a couple rocks on me, but I don't need 4. I just need those to distract enemies. Let's craft up our fishing gear here real quick. There we go. Get the fishing tackle crafted up. Fishing tackle's nice because it has a dual purpose. You can mend clothes with it, and then when it gets to really low percentage, stop using it and fish with it. Because the fish don't care what condition your fishing gear is in. It doesn't matter. It won't break any quicker or slower if it's at low condition or high condition. So you can have it, and oh good, we got 24 sticks now. Nice. You can have it at low condition and still fish and still get the benefits of the fishing. And then if it breaks, you lose an 8% line that you couldn't do anything else with anyway. God, we have another. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not gonna jinx it. I'm not even gonna jinx it. I was gonna say we have. Well, you can see what it's like out here right now, and this is Pleasant Valley. You know what I was gonna say. You know what I was gonna say. But I'm not gonna jinx it. I'm knocking on wood just in case. I want it to stay just like this. Spray paint and a lit torch as animal deterrent, that'd be awesome. We've talked about that before with like using a match and spray paint or something. Or a torch and spray paint. Either one would work great. Yep, there's moose marks over here. Yep, this is where the moose spawns. Nice. See if we can hit that rabbit. Oh! Woo! Let's go, baby!
Might have to drop some gear.
That's what you want to do. You want to practice your long shots on rabbits. Guess what? If you miss a rabbit, there's no bad repercussions. And it does help you nail down the arch that you need to get on weapons. And you know what? If you can, it's sort of like, you remember in dodgeball where it's like, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Well, guess what? If you can hit a rabbit at long distance, you can probably hit a moose, a bear, or a wolf at long distance. Because they are significantly larger than a rabbit. So, it's always good to practice those long shots on rabbits. There's no downside. You get some good practice in. If you hit a rabbit, you kill it. And if you hit it, you get a skill up if you're still trying to get your archery skill ups going on. So you get skill ups. There's no bad repercussions as far as like them attacking you. And honestly, your arrows and stuff, you got plenty of them, trust me. Right now, currently, I have over 50 birch sitting back at the Carter Hydro Dam that I'm not even using. I have currently, I believe, 13 arrow shafts on me. And I have 50 plus birch back at the Carter Hydro Dam. I have enough birch to last me the rest of the 1,000 days at this point. If I never found another birch from this point on. Because early in the game, it always seems like you're shooting. I do not have aimbot. It always seems like you're shooting a lot. And your arrows and your bow is all getting worn down very, very quickly. The thing is that late game, you aren't shooting as much. You're pretty much, in the late game, you're choosing what you want to shoot at. Instead of having to shoot to survive, you're shooting what you want. And so that changes the whole strategy late game. You're just like, okay, I don't have to worry about it.
My head feels thick.
I've got enough arrows, I don't have to worry about it. Grab the feathers. Those you can always use more of. Let's get a little mappy do here. Hey look, there's a lonely homestead. You always have to manually equip your worst bow, though. If you don't manually equip your worst bow, it'll automatically equip your best bow. And you don't want it doing that. You want to use this old bow up, and then when it snaps, you can drop it and get out your new bow. A lot of times the moose will hang out over here. He can go all the way up into here, but usually he's hanging out by the water over here, or by the river. I still think I have a couple flare shells left, right? Yeah, I do, okay. Lots of birch bark and birch in the stick forest. We got, what, 12 birch bark on us now? Nice. Birch bark tea for days! Mr. Moosey! Oh, Moosey, I'm home! Where are you, Mr. Moosey? I think this is actually maybe where we killed the moose before. There's a fire pit over here. See if we got, let's see if we can climb up this. Oh yeah. Get a little bit of a look around. Already already reported me to the devs. Great. Chat's got my back. Seems like a nice place to map from. Hey, Smelly Frizzo, how you doing? I don't see any moose around. There's a deer down there, but he's not a moose. The moose is a curious beast, boys and girls. The moose does not always spawn when you want the moose to spawn. I was hoping he'd run the other direction. Dang it. Meese are in the deer family? Yes, they are. It's a rather boring day. Oh no, what's going on that's so boring? Or is it just nothing's going on? And that's why it's boring. Well, I sure am sorry that it's so boring. Well, I guess we could go try to get the Crossroads bear. Since Mr. Moose isn't putting in an appearance. We try to get the Crossroads bear. You're streaming, so I have something to do. Yes! We're live. Now, I was telling everybody, just so everybody knows, just who that wasn't here at the very beginning. So, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm taking off because I'm going to the beach with my friend. We're going to be there all weekend. I'll take pictures, I'll post them on Instagram, all that good stuff. But, I will be running some reruns. Tomorrow I'm going to run my Hardcore Planet Crafter rerun. Saturday we'll be doing the first days of this character right here. He's just spawned in Blackrock Prison. We'll do the first days of this character. And then on Sunday we'll be doing a new run of our new experimental server 59, Escape the Pacific. So we'll have several things going on this weekend. Even though I won't be live, so I'll have a few reruns. I know the reruns are not everybody's bag, but there's people who appreciate just having them on. They can come by and chill out and say hi to people. Yes, exactly some in real life Escape the Pacific, and I'm right by the Pacific. Coincidence? I think not. But yeah, we're gonna have a good time. We're just going up to a local place, and I know I'm ditching you for real life. I know. Shame on me for having a life, right? Well, the weather's getting so nice around here now. Jeez Louise, it's like 70 out today or something. It's really nice out today. Just want to get a little more tired. But I will be back on Monday. I'll be back on Monday. Next week, I don't think next week. Do I have anything planned next week? What is next week? I think the only thing I got going on next week is next week's my birthday. But I usually take Wednesdays off anyway, so my friend's throwing me a birthday thing on my birthday. And then on and then on the 1st, I'm going out to my mom's for a birthday party for me and my brother on the 1st, but that's in the afternoon, so. I know, excuses. We don't want excuses, we just want you to stream, damn it. That's what I hear. A birthday thing on my birthday. Isn't that a shocker? I know, shocker. Ah, thanks, Patchup. I'm turning 52 this year. The big 5-2. The big 5-2 this year. Jeez Louise. I'm getting old, boys and girls. I'm getting old. I'm getting old and frail. I'm a youngin'. I'm no youngin', that's for sure. Maybe compared to some, but not in my own headcanon, I'm not a youngin'. Gosh dang it, I drank before I ate. See, here's the problem. See, I drank before I ate, so now my water's at full. I scarfed down this piece of bear meat. And my water goes down by almost a quarter. Got 2 years on me. Almost 2. I got a few years on some people, Patchup. On some people I have a couple years, but... Do you have a promo code for this real life thing? Oh, no, I have no promo code for that. None whatsoever. Okay, we'll swing over here. We'll see if the, Actually, you know what? Let's grab a couple pieces of meat. I should probably do that since we're going on a journey. And I don't know what we have over at the crossroads. We'll swing over this way, see if the moose is up. We're going down to the Oregon-Washington coast. I live pretty close to the border of Oregon and Washington. We're actually going on to the Washington side and staying over in a nice place called Long Beach. That we've been to a couple times. It's fun. It's fun there. There's some cool stuff there. It's a nice little small town. Do some thrift store shopping by day. Do a little drinking by night. Not me that much though. I don't drink a lot anymore. Yeah, Smelly Fries. I'm an hour away from the beach and an hour away from the mountains. So Portland's very nicely situated.
My fingers feel numb.
God, you've only been outside for like 2 minutes, dude. Stop your crying so much. God, look at that sunrise. Look at that freaking sunrise. See if we can catch that. Hadrian moment. Okay, we got a Hadrian moment, boys and girls. Smelly Fries, right as I said that. Hadrian moment. Yep.
Goddamn freezing.
Almost between the two peaks, yep. I have a whole file just dedicated to screenshots I've taken in this game. I go through them and I'm like, where did I take this one? What is this one? You need a promo on in real life? It's too damn expensive? Yeah. Ain't it now? Jeez Louise. Ah, they don't take up much space. My computer's a bit beefy. It's a bit on the beefy side. I don't want to say my computer's fat, but it's a bit on the beefy side. There, it's between the peaks. There we go. That was pretty. Hadrian moment, part 2. Usually there's like 3 or 4 deer over here. I'm surprised there's none. Not that I need them, but it just kind of bums me out. Makes me go, even the animals are getting scarcer now. Even the animals are running from the cold. They don't like it any more than I do, or Will does. Yep, that's late interloper for you. Past 100 days, the animals just start disappearing. I mean, they'll never truly disappear, but where before you may have seen like 3 or 4 deer, now you'll be lucky if there's one of them there. Ooh, feels like a storm's coming in too. Could be bad mojo. Hey, there's a deer. What's he doing in town? Well, that's a deer hide for us, baby. If we can get him. Nice. Deer hide for us. Hey, where's my arrow? Where's my arrow? You little turd. You took my arrow. Deer just stopped in town for some soft drinks. Yes, he did, easy target. Oh, we got a little bit of wood in here, too. What else do we got in here? Got anything else in here? Anything in here? Nope, that's empty. And we left ourselves a little bit of wood. Don't forget, if you break down the table that's in front of here, there's another cabinet under here. There's usually a table covering this one up, but if you break it down, you can get into that one. Usually there's nothing there on Interloper, but it's kind of cool to do if you're on Stalker. There'll usually be some stuff in there. I'm just making sure I cleared all this. And this place got a 6-burner stove, baby. Yeah, I don't want to click them yet for the arrow. I'll do that in a minute. I didn't want to do it yet because once you click on an animal, it starts making the spawn timer go quicker, or the despawn timer, the decay timer, whatever you want to call it, go quicker. So I didn't want to do it yet. Oh look, there's our arrow right there. Huh? I wonder if I could build a fire. Nope, too windy. We're gonna have to come out and get them tomorrow, probably, when this storm passes. Does it give you the arrow? Yes, it does. Yeah, it does. It does give you the arrow if you interact with him. But it also increases his despawn. Well, it's sort of a it's always been a mechanic in the game, Smelly Fries, and I don't think they're ever gonna change it. There is, if you leave something on the animal's corpse, be it a gut or a little piece of meat, that'll slow its decay down a little bit, but by touching it at all, you get a lot faster decay rate. So, UC, hello, how you doing? Yeah, by touching it at all, you get a lot faster decay rate. So I just like to leave them alone until I actually want to do something to them. That way they don't decay too much. Oh, let's make up our birch bark. Our birch bark. Good. Just got from working out. Oh, just hot from working out. Nice. Yeah. Well, they fixed some of the glitchy corpse stuff, but there is quite a bit that's still kind of sketch. Still kind of sketchy. Have I done YouTube tutorials? I did some ready-to-go guides on YouTube, which were just kind of like 10 days in Loper, starting at X point and going on, and how I played through it. I don't really video edit anything though, because I just, number one, don't have the time, and number two, I'm not very talented at it. So it takes me an inordinate amount of time to do a very simple video. So I've never really done anything like that on YouTube now. So, what today are you going to make anything in Long Dark? Well, we're just trying to survive some time here in Pleasant Valley. We're just chilling out in Pleasant Valley, and that's all we're going to be doing today. Is exploring, doing some mapping, kind of taking in the sights, taking in the views. Trying to kill I want to get the moose here if we can. That would be great. We already got one bear, which was really cool to get. I'm gonna take all this cloth, because why not? We're waiting for a storm to pass anyway. You can never have too much cloth. And then later tonight, we're gonna be doing some Days Gone. We're gonna do a little Days Gone tonight as well, so I'm excited for that. I've been missing Days Gone. I know this happens, but how significant is the damage to tools when you harvest a frozen corpse? Not much more than just regular corpse. The damage to tools from doing it, the damage from tools, just by using them is based, I believe, on the amount of time you use the tool, not necessarily what you're doing with it, or what you're actually, like, well, with some exceptions, like the hacksaw, any metal item you break down with the hacksaw takes 5% away. Hey, look! Another small arms book. Nice! I've been trying to study that. Even a clip of useful info you just gave would be good to put on YouTube. Yeah, I need to probably think about doing that. Honestly, Patchup, I'm so busy. I work a regular 40 to 50 hour a week job, and then I stream just about as long every week as well. I stream about, on average, 150 to 180 hours a month on top of that. So, yeah, my time is kind of like foobarred. But no, I get what you're saying, Patchup. That's not a bad thing. That would be a bad thing. I should go back and find some of those vids and do it. Do it. Well, you know, Smelly Fries, it probably would be helpful if I did some short little videos like that, like little 5-minute snippets of, hey, this is what you do in this situation. So work 8 hours, stream 8 hours, sleep 8 hours. What else does one need? Pretty much. Well, actually, I usually work 6 to 8 hours, then stream 6 to 8 hours, and then I unwind for like 3 or 4 hours, and then I sleep. Or I unwind for a little longer than that, and then I sleep. So yeah, my time is kind of goofy. I do not need that for that. I can break that down with my hands. But I get what you're saying, Patchup. I really do. Thinking about, well, you know what, Patchup? You're always welcome to come by, even if I'm not playing Long Dark. I've always said, even if I'm not playing Long Dark, never feel like you can't come by and go, hey, I got a question about Long Dark. I was wondering if you could help me out with. Don't ever feel like you can't come by and just ask at any point in time, because we always love to talk about the Long Dark. I hate that there's not much stuff in here to break down. It annoys me. It really, really bothers me. They should have more breakdownable stuff in here. I can break the metal lamp down. I know, a streamer taking personal time? What is this madness you speak of? Yeah, that toaster's weird. Well, Smelly Fries, a lot of stuff in this place was set up without being, you know, they didn't set it up with breaking it down in mind. But yeah, whenever you want, Patchup, just really, 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 I encourage you, if you ever have a question and we're on, even if we're playing Planet Crafter or Escape the Pacific or Days Gone or anything else, I never, ever hate talking about playing Long Dark, so. Yeah, that's a story mode building. Exactly. And honestly, too, Patchup, even if I don't see the question in chat, which I probably will, but, you know, chat itself is very good about helping other players, too. There's a wealth of knowledge of players in this channel that like are very knowledgeable about a lot of stuff, and a lot of times they can even answer your question, even if I'm not, you know, attentive enough to, which usually I am, but you know, some games are a little more try-hardy than others, so it's hard to be 100% accurate on everything or 100% catching everything, but you know, chat picks up what I fall down on, so it's good to have some more deer hides around. That way we got stuff to that we can do stuff with, that we can repair clothing and stuff with later on. Probably gonna need to make some water on this fire too. Stuff things. Exactly. I mean, and just in general, the Long Dark community is like that. I think that's one thing that's so unique about the Long Dark community, is that everybody is so willing to help everybody else, you know? Everybody's so willing to give advice, and you know, you can't take all of it as hardcore truth, and some of it may be wrong, intentionally or unintentionally, but, everybody's, like, really welcome to help everybody. So, yeah, Long Dark always gets 100% pass from me. I could talk about Long Dark all day long and twice on Sunday. And a lot of times we do. Ooh, there's an aurora coming up. I hear it. I hear the aurora.
I need to find a place to rest.
Oh, we're cooking our meat, buddy. You just take a chillus pillus there. Put a little pot of water on here. Get some meat down. Wow, look at that. Look at that view right there. A Hadrian moment again. That is awesome. The auroras are so cool. They did such a good job on that. That's such a great mechanic. Such a cool mechanic that they put in the game. I love how it changes changes the wolves too. I love how the wolves, you know, they aren't afraid of fire during an aurora. They just do not give two craps. Now, the one bad thing right now is the wolves are a little broken, so the wolves act weird during an aurora. They kind of are glitchy at the moment, which is kind of sad. But next survival update, microwaves. But what would we microwave? That is the question. The wolves only fear flashlights. Well, yes, but even that's kind of a weird thing, because yeah, they fear the flashlight, but they don't. It's not like they're super afraid of it. They just don't. They won't attack you if you have the flashlight. They won't attack you if you have the flashlight. That's the thing. Is like, it'd be different if they actually ran away from you, but they just basically stand there going grrr, grrr, grrr. Well, you have the flashlight. They don't actually attack you. Flashlight's useless. Bears are terrifying. Yes, they are. Bears are terrifying all the time in this game. Bears are always terrifying in this game. Why am I so freaking heavy? Oh, probably because I'm carrying 42 sticks. That's. Oh, and I have a whole bunch of reclaimed wood on me, too. And I have a book to read. And I've got a book. We're going to skim that book real quick. I'm going to eat this piece of bear meat first. They need to nip at your boots. We need Aurora bunnies on Halloween with glowing green eyes, herds of them. That would be indeed, that indeed would be terrifying. The bunny's like, you threw a rock at my pal. I'm coming to get you now. Oh, hey, we got revolver skill 3. Not that we're ever going to do anything with it, but we got revolver skill 3.
I would drink almost anything about now.
I still like my ideas of the 4 days of Christmas, or 4 nights of Christmas, where basically it's like 4 days of night. It's always night out. It's always night, and and when the aurora hits, the trees light up, and auroras are very frequent, and when they hit, certain trees light up that have prezzies underneath them, and then there's glowing noses, and all the animals have glowing noses. They all have little red glowing noses. They're all Rudolph the Red-Nosed whatever. Red-Nosed Bear, Red-Nosed Wolf, Red-Nosed Moose, Red-Nosed Deer. They all have little things on their face. That would be freaking cool. I would fully support that. Well, actually, you know what? I want to leave some water here. Well, and they could even do it with the antlers. Yeah, they could put
too heavy to
they could put Christmas lights around the moose's antlers or something. Yep, like the art. Exactly. That would be really cool. I would fully endorse something like that. That would be very cool to see. Give bears ugly sweaters. Why would you want to give the bear an ugly sweater? That's not very nice. What'd that bear ever do to you? Well, I guess he came and ate your face probably at one point or another, right? That's what bears usually do. Hold on one second. Gotta respond to something here. Question from work. And done. Text points. All right. Let's pay attention to what we're doing here now. When I was grinding 50 days in Timberwolf, I had decked out the Mountaineer's hut, had over 300 sticks, 40 fir, 30 cedar, and filled the shelf next to the workbench with water and killed 3 bears and the moose. Yeah, lots of time to do that, too. You have lots of time to do that for if you're in Timberwolf for 50 days, yeah, you can summit, you can bring all the stuff down, you can, there's lots of stuff to do in Timberwolf Mountain. Get all those moose hide, get the moose hide, the wolves hides, the bear hides. You could line a whole the Mountaineer's hut with carpeting wall to wall if you wanted to. People would buy a DLC for those holidays. Oh heck yeah! I mean, if they made it like a $4.99 DLC for just the holidays, and you could buy it and have it for a month, that would be great. Or $2.99 or something. You know, that would be a great idea. There'd be lots of people who'd sign on for that, let's just say. I do not see Mr. Bear over here. Let's go poke the bear, boys and girls. I am very excited for them to. I'm personally very excited for them to finish the game and start giving us DLCs. Start giving us paid DLCs that we can buy. I mean, I'm excited for whatever their next project's gonna be, of course. But I cannot wait for them to give some paid DLCs to us. That would be very, very cool. Hey, Dave Johnson, how you doing, buddy? So weird, I've not seen the bear yet.
Never felt so cold in my life.
Gonna have an early birthday dinner? Well, happy birthday, Yusi, and have a good birthday dinner. I don't see any bones in this cave, so maybe the bear's not spawning over here. Very odd. Yeah, this bear's not always here. Yeah, I don't think he's here. I do not think he's here, boys and girls. I just have the sneaking suspicion. A sneaking suspicion. The bear is not here. Yeah, it's a nice cave to sleep. Well, if you're gonna sleep, you want to sleep down in the other cave. The one that's right down the way here is better. Yeah, no bones, no bear, yeah. It's kind of sad. I always like that bear. He's a fun one to get. We'll go sleep in this other cave down here. The other cave's way friendlier. Has way friendlier peoples. There's rabbits by it. There's rabbits by the other one. That's why we're gonna go sleep down there. No, I don't think that bear's been there this whole time. Wow, have we never been down to this cave? There's 5 birch down here. Holy crap, we got more birch, baby. I don't think I ever came down to this cave.
Majestic Athena, scouring the frozen wastes of Canada, in search of a mate.
What?
Listen
What?
carefully. You can hear his
How'd that miss?
intoxicating call.
Teacup, teacup. Oh, that one hit just fine.
Feels like a lot of gear.
Teacup, teacup. Yeah, we got 5 birch sitting down here. That is crazy. Stuff you find. That's what you gotta do, though. You just gotta look around. It's out there. I always tell people it's out there. The birch is out there. You just have to go find it. It always is like the birch and the maple always seem to spawn in kind of out of the way places. There's some of it that does spawn in major thoroughfares where you're gonna go buy it, but a lot of times the birch spawns in some weird little corner or off in a little alcove or somewhere where you wouldn't normally, you know, travel between buildings or something like that. You miss Mark Wars? Aw, I miss Mark Wars too. Well, Mark Wars is in the process of moving right now, boys and girls. He got a new job down in Texas, I believe he said it was. And he is moving there with his wife. And his daughter and mother are staying back at their old place, I believe, is what he said. So, he hasn't been around for a little bit, but hey, you know, the stream must go on, right? But we all miss him, and we all wish him well. And we hope that he's doing well on his move. He's also on at different times, I think, too now. I caught him once over in One and Only's channel, like mid morning, late early afternoon. So moving is a very involved process, especially if you're moving to a different state. I mean, heck, moving across town can blow you out for weeks. I couldn't even imagine moving across state lines. Like if I was moving from Oregon to Idaho or something, you know?
Getting dark out here. Time to look for shelter.
Hey, how's it going, ABC? How you doing tonight? Miss BK and Mark Wars going at it. There we go, get a little fire going. Drop a little piece of rabbit meat on it. Get a pot of water going. Drop some sticks here. I just need to be lighter. I've got 50 sticks on me. Even go snag Mr. Rabbit over here. Didn't get away from me this time, did you, little bunny? It's going good tonight, my friend. This is my final stream for the week. I know I only streamed twice this week, which I feel bad about, but this is my final stream for the week, and then tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, we're going to be running some reruns of Planet Crafter, Long Dark, Escape the Pacific, and then I'll be back on Monday. I'm going away for the weekend. Me and my best friend are going down to the beach. The first trip I've taken in a long, long time. Just getting away from it all, so... You got level 5 cookie, nice, and you have over 200 kilograms or so of bear meat already saved up. So you should be fine for a few nights. Yes, you should. But yeah, we're gonna go down. We're gonna actually go up. We're in Portland. We're gonna go up to Long Beach in Washington, and enjoy ourselves. So it should be fun. Quite looking forward to it. Gonna leave myself purposely thirsty. That way I can drink teas and garner some calories from them. The smell of suntan lotion. Well, it's supposed to be a mix of clouds and sun both days, and like in the mid 60s. Or Oregon doesn't get beautiful beach weather by any stretch of the imagination. By any stretch of the imagination, we don't get really nice beach weather, so it'd be nice if we did. But we don't. Interesting that some tools take longer than your hands. Yes. The to take a hide from an animal, it is always faster to skin it with your hands for the hide than anything else. It is comparable time. It is a comparable amount of time to skin an animal with your hands as with a knife. The knife and the hands are on par when you're skinning. If the corpse is frozen, the best tool to use is your hacksaw. The hacksaw will get the meat off of the corpse the fastest if it's frozen. The hatchet is another good option if it's frozen. But the hands are always equal to the knife. The hands and the knife for the hide are always equal. So if you have a chance to take the hide with your hands, you want to do it. I'll use my knife on this hide, because why not? This will get us some sleeping. Oh, I did that for no reason. I drank a Birch Bark Tea and I didn't need to, but that's okay. There's a reason grunge music was invented in the Northwest. That reason would be a gray, wet, cold weather. It was kind of... Are you saying it was kind of grungy here? Hey-o! Wow, Dane! Hello, hello, darling. How are you? Hope you're having a fabulous, fabulous night. Or more, I guess morning at this point. Well, late night. Like, night. Like, really late night. I hope you're having a great one, though. How are you doing tonight, darling? I drank another Birch Bark Tea. Although I didn't even need to. I'm just addicted to the Birch Bark. I want Birch Bark Teas. I don't know why. It's 1 a.m. You're fine? Oh, nice. Well, thank you for joining us.
Something's gotta go.
I'm gonna put some water down over here. It's always good to have little caches around. You can just stop, drop, and get something to eat or drink.
I'm so tired.
How depressing the Pacific Northwest weather is? I love it. There's nothing better to me than a nice gray sky. Temperatures in the mid 60s. I love it. Yeah, Birch Bark mends wounds. Birch Bark gives you some stuff. I was listening to some lofty music and I was like, what the heck is this? Because I thought it just played some random music. I realized I just put the radio on.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Shh. Drink down your teas. Let's get that. Let's get the calories from that real quick. How old am I? I'm going to be 52 in... What is today? The 21st? 52 in 6 days. 52, baby. The big 5-2 coming up. It's coming on strong like a big dog with a wet tongue. I guess we'll leave some sticks here. I don't need to take many. I got reclaimed and I got 16 coal. Actually, I could leave most of the sticks here. We'll pick up more sticks, trust me. Atheenon not picking up sticks in a game. That's not a game. Trage, how you doing, buddy? We even found 5 more birch. 5 more birch. We already have 50 sitting back in Carter Hydro Dam. Just waiting for us. Just waiting on us. It's like, hello? If I don't pick up sticks, something is wrong with my brain. I may need to have it checked. Well, something's wrong with my brain anyway, but if I'm not picking up sticks, something is even more wrong than usual. It's like a big dog with a wet tongue. It's coming on strong. That's what big dogs with wet tongues do. Those of you who have big dogs that have wet tongues, you know exactly what I'm talking about. As they do have quite the... Woo! Quite the little odory odor. Thing is, you can't get up that way. You have to go all the way around the mountain, but you can get back down that way, which is nice. Hey there. Hey there. Ladies. Alright. I think I can cross over here. Yeah, I can cross over here. I don't remember if there's cattails down here or not. I don't think there's any. Right in here? No. The cattails in Pleasant Valley are always on the river. And, well, there's some over on Pensive Pond as well. But most of them are all on the river, so... But they're all scattered. They're scattered weird. There's... Holy crap, that was a wolf. That was a wolfy wolf. Can you explain what herb tea does? Hold on one second. We need to get a little dance in. We need to loosen up a little bit. So the 2 types of teas that you have your herbal tea, and then you have your birch bark tea. So the birch bark tea gives you back 6% health over a 2-hour period. Your herbal tea gives you improved health regeneration while you sleep for 6 hours. And then after 6 hours, it doesn't have any effect anymore. So if you use the herbal tea in conjunction with the birch bark teas, you can really boost your you can really boost your health regen at night. Give yourself some good health regen at night. Really, dude? Really? Little turdling. Take my arrow and run away. I don't know how I scared him. Just like he was coming at me, and then he was like, nah. He's like, nah, never mind. It's like, nah, never mind. It was weird. You know how much the herbal tea gives on top of normal regen? It's a couple of points an hour, I think.
Need a horse.
It's like 2 or 3 points an hour that it gives on top of it. So usually, I think when you sleep, you get back like, I think you get back like, oh god. So if you're at 68%, you can get back to 100 in one night's sleep. So that means it's what? Giving you back 32 divided by 10, which is about 3 points of health an hour. And I think if you take the herbal tea, it goes up to like 4 or 5. Something like that. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's a lot, but it is. I mean, in the perspective of how little health you get back on Interloper, it's pretty huge. You can be knocked down to 50% if you pop an herbal tea and a Birch Bark Tea before you go to bed. You can be pretty dang close to 100 when you wake up, which is really dang nice. So they're definitely, well, yeah, and you can use more birch if you want. Yeah, Birch Bark Tea stacks. So a lot of times if you're injured, if you're like really hurt, say you're like at 30% health or something, and you really want to get your health going higher, get yourself completely thirsty before you go to bed, drink one herbal tea, drink another herbal tea, or not herbal tea, Birch Bark Tea, drink another one, drink another one, drink another one until you're completely full of water, then pass time for like 10, 15 minutes, and then it'll allow you, as long as you're not full on food, it'll allow you to drink another herbal tea. So now you'll have 5 herbal tea, or 5, not herbal teas, I keep saying that, 5 Birch Bark Teas, which is going to give you 30% health back when you sleep in 10 hours. And then, if you pass time for just a little bit as well, then you can stack an herbal tea on top of that, and then you're not only getting your health regen bonus, but you're getting 5 Birch Bark Tea bonuses at night as well. So you'll wake up and you'll get back most of your health. So you can really manipulate it a lot, because as long as you're not completely full, even if you're like just a little bit thirsty and you're not, say you're like 3/4 of the way full, you can drink a whole tea, which will fill your thirst meter up, but as long as you're not full, it'll continue to consume the tea. So, yeah, and your health regen does accumulate more the more you sleep. You get a bonus. I think it's after 8 or 9 hours of sleeping, you get a pretty substantial bonus on your sleep regen. If you do it for 8 or 9 hours, something like that. There's a lot of little factors that go into play, but hour 8 is 5%. Okay, there you go. So it's really slow to begin, and so is 9 and 10. Well, 10 hours is the most you can sleep on Interloper before you get parched. So whenever you can, try to sleep 10 hours on Interloper if you can.
I'm a leaf on the wind.
That's definitely what you want to do. Oh my goodness, Pev! Hello, Pev! How you doing? Pev Gamer with the host in the raid! Let's give Pev Gamer a little shout out. Encourage you all to go over and give him a follow. Let's play some Grand Theft Auto 5. That looks like Days Gone. No, that's
We're gonna be in there the rest of our. Oh.
What was that? Oh, is that Phasmophobia? Was that Phasmophobia? I recognized the hands at the end. It looked like, I was gonna say it looks like it almost looked like Last of Us or something. But I think that was Phasmo. But please go give Pev Gamer a follow, boys and girls. Give him some love. And oh, Last of Us with Phas stream element effects. Oh, gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense than what headcanon my brain was coming up with. You have jump scare effects for Phasmo. Oh, and that was Last of Us. Okay. I was very confused. Moving along. I know there's another wolf over here. There he is. Yes. If you're almost dead, you can pop the stem, and when you get done... you can pop a stem, you let it wear off, and then do the tea thing. Yep, you can. Yeah, that's one time when popping a stem comes in very handy. Is utilizing it to get yourself so you can sleep 10 hours. If like you're really injured, if like you got hit by a bear and then a wolf and you're down at like 15% health, but you're barely tired at all, pop that stim. You'll get back 15% health immediately. And then, when it wears off, as long as you're in a good spot, you can get a full 10 hours of sleep, and you can utilize the teas and everything like that to get your health back up. Huh. We've never been in this truck. Interesting. You know what? I didn't map here. I didn't map at the community center either. I should have been mapping all along. That's okay.
Die if I don't warm up soon.
Oh, shush-a-doodles. You're fine. This is all for Loper. Yeah, on Stalker, God. On Stalker, you can get your health regen is so much greater on Stalker. Your health regen is so much better on Stalker. You can be at like 40% health, sleep for 11 hours, and boom, you're back to full health. And you don't even have to take a tea. It's insane how it's. I've been actually genuinely shocked when I've been on Stalker on some of my stream loots runs, and I'm like, oh man, I'm at 30% health. God, this is gonna be rough. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be like at 60. I wake up the next day, I'm at like 92%. It's like, what? Might try a custom run where it allow for healing via Birch Bark and Stims. You know, another interesting thing to do, Smelly Fries, is set the game so you get no health back when you sleep, but you do get passive health back. By just having all of your bars in the white, you passively gain health back during the day and night if you're up while you're awake and doing stuff. So if you keep everything in the white, you do get health back for that. That was actually kind of an interesting little way to check. That was the interesting thing. Because you only get like 1% back an hour. So you can lose that in, game hour, that is. You can lose that super quickly with cold or whatever hitting you. Doing that for my Darkwalker run, I have high natural healing and no sleep healing, so I made rest as a resource off. Alright, well. Back to the barn once yet again. We mapped here, right? Yeah, we got the outbuildings and stuff, okay. Hey, here comes a wolf to join us. Now, see, he hasn't barked at me yet, so he doesn't know where I am yet. See, now we drop those. Oh, that was way too far away. He was way further away than I thought. Now he sees us. Right in the heart. Sometimes if you do that and they haven't smelled you yet, you can sneak up on them and just kill them before they even know you're there. It's kind of fun to do sometimes. Is there a challenge mode where you do no one gets out alive since but can use Birch Tea? I have no idea. I don't play no one gets out alive. I don't believe in the Kobayashi Maru situation. That for me is just no fun at all. Knowing that there's no... Yeah, I don't even mind if there's a small chance of surviving, but knowing there's no chance of surviving because, like, what I'm doing right now just is unrecoverable health is just... I don't like playing that way. It's just not for me. Some people love it, and I mean, one and only does those all the time, and he loves doing that. And good for him. I'm glad he does. Good for you. But no, I'm glad he enjoys doing it. But yeah, I don't do those. Yeah, and that's the thing is at least the As the Dead Sleep gives us it sort of gives you a final victory type thing where if you reach a certain point, you are declared victorious and you got your stuff. But yeah, I've never done that, so I just don't play them myself. I just don't find them fun. I mean, but then again, I love the survival aspect of the game, I love the survival, but I love the exploring. I love to be able to explore, take risks, and possibly come out on top. You know, if the risk is too risky, I'll die. But if the risk isn't too risky, I'll live, and maybe I'll live by the hair of my chinny chin chin. But at least I'm alive still. And for me, that's just like that's the best. That's the most fun for me. That's the most fun for me. So what does the challenges give? So the As the Dead Sleep challenge, you actually have to, that's an in-game challenge. That's actually one of the preset challenges, and you have to go touch these gravestones in the game. I think there's 5 or 6 gravestones scattered throughout the world. And As the Dead Sleep, it has no health regen at all, except for stims. Stims are the only thing that you can use to get your health back. And that's the same in No One Gets Out Alive, which used to be called the Dead Man mode. Now they call it No One Gets Out Alive for some reason. I don't know. Maybe that's just like that may just be the cool name they came up with it for. I don't know the evolution of that, but yeah, Dead Man used to. I played a little bit of Dead Man back in the day. It was okay. As the Dead Sleep is sort of modeled on Dead Man, but it's not really Dead Man, I guess. I'm not sure. There's some rules or something that goes along with No One Gets Out Alive. I'm not sure what they are, though. I don't like too many rules. I guess that may be it, too. I don't like too many rules on my stuff. Some extra bad things like spawning at midnight in a blizzard. Oh, okay. Well, that's all. That sounds like fun. Yeah, you can do an outer No One Gets Out Alive, I guess. That just seems to be it basically seems to be like self-flagellation or whatever, when you basically like are whipping yourself because it makes you feel good. I'll pass. Pass on that. Alright, we can craft 2 arrows. Why not? We got the stuff. We got time. We got the stuff. We got the things. Plus, I like to see how much I can collect in Interloper. It's fun. It's fun to be able to get to a self-sustaining point in Interloper and collecting enough stuff where you have like just loot caches everywhere.
Something's making me feel tired.
Yeah, you know, that's totally why a lot of people do it. Totally why a lot of people do it. I personally have never found Interloper boring. I just don't. I enjoy it to this day. I think Interloper is a great... Sure, there's some things maybe I'd like to change about Interloper. Maybe a little bit. But to this day, I enjoy Interloper just as much as I used to. And I find it to be a lot of fun still. Okay, I got a lot of cloth. What's our weight right now? 47? You know, we could try. I don't really like having this as my base. So I think I'm gonna take the birch. And the rabbit hides because they don't smell. Deer hides because they don't smell. Bear hide because it don't smell. And we'll go over here. Hey Goonies, how you doing, buddy? I'm trying to do 100 days As the Dead Sleep because that seems like a decent challenge. I did that. That was a lot of fun, Goonies. We did that. We did the 100-day challenge in As the Dead Sleep. We did that. It was pretty cool. It was actually a lot of fun to do that one. You can crank your resources to burn at a very high rate, make no animals spawn, start in a blizzard and turtle night in the coldest part of the night with less than low per loot. Game mode Death Wish. Yeah. Game mode Death Wish. Hey, some people like to play like that. When you actually stay alive and get the bow and stuff, it's gonna make a super rewarded. Yeah, that's the thing is like once you, but you're never safe. You're never truly safe. You get safer once you get your bow, your crafted clothing, you got supplies in places. But you're never safe. You can die just like that. You can always die, like on day 473. Where I met a duck, and I died. I went, quack. Quack. You could always die. Dying is always a possibility, no matter what no matter where you're at or what your skill level is. Dying is always a possibility. Something could go wrong. You could auto walk off a bridge in the ravine. I don't know of anybody who's done that. Thomasina just lost her 316-day run yesterday. Double wolf attack. Oh no! The way how you said that reminded me that when you said that you can die at any point in the game and insta wolf comes and kills you and you're just like that. Yeah. I've had that happen before. Yeah, those ducks are fierce. They go what? Oh, I'm sorry to hear Thomasina lost a run. Yeah, we're right now, I think we're almost at day 350. 346 right now. So we're like right at that same point she was at. I think the biggest problem late game for most people is that they get overconfident. They start getting too confident. They start taking risks they probably wouldn't have taken 200 days before. They start just kind of like not paying as much attention because they have like a goal in mind. I want to do this, and I want to get this done, and they get that goal in mind, and
I'm feeling so drained.
yeah. So you sleep for too long in a cold car, anything like that. The only thing I changed ABC is I wanted to force a spawn in Blackrock. I didn't want to go through having to kill characters off over and over again to get a Blackrock spawn. So that's the only thing I changed. And the only difference between a custom interloper and a regular interloper, well, there's two differences. You get no feat progress in a custom game, period, which I don't care. And then the other thing that changes in a custom interloper versus a regular interloper is that if you get intestinal parasites, they only last 10 days instead of 20. But to counteract that, I was like, well, I'm just not going to eat any bear or wolf meat before I get cooking level 5. Which isn't a big deal. Today she had the bear circle her like a helicopter with blinding speed. She had to go into another screen to get rid of it. Oh no. Oh no. Starry, hello. How are you doing? Alright, I hope things are still going well for you in the Ukraine. Hope you're staying safe over there. You know, I like Ash Canyon personally. I like Ash Canyon. But that's the only reason I did it ABC is you can, in a custom setting, you can pick your own starting point. You don't have to go with whatever random place they decide to plop you down.
Place to escape this
You can
cult.
pick where you wanted to start. I wanted to start in Blackrock, so I personally love Ash Canyon. Hey, have a great day and a good weekend, Smelly Fries. I'll see you on Monday, my friend. Have a good one, buddy. Yeah, Thomasina's great, by the way, boys and girls. She's also part of our stream team as well, so please go give Thomasina. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Did I spell it wrong? There we go. There's the right link. Go give Thomasina a follow, boys and girls. She is a great long dark player.
Oh my god. Shit.
What just happened? What just happened?
Okay, chat. Just a beat.
Just came from Thomasina's stream. Seemed a bit salty. Understandable. Yeah, that she just lost her character. Oh, I feel so bad for her. I know what that feels like. It's not a fun feeling. It's not a fun feeling because that's the thing is like you get a character to that point and you've spent so many hours. It's the good and the bad of playing a permadeath game. The good is that when you get a character to that point, it's like so freaking rewarding because everybody knows how much time and effort you've put into that getting that character to that point. The bad side is that when you die, it's a big blow. It's a big blow because you've spent so much time and effort on that character and now it's gone forever. Today is good day. Issued uniforms and weapons. I'm waiting for the training ground and work remotely with students because I'm a college. Oh, you're a college teacher. Oh, cool. What do you? What is your field of study or field of teaching that you do? I spotted a broken railroad in my current run. Got vest code. Found broken railroad. Blackrock. Got vest code. Found Mackinac. Went to Timberwolf. Got to Hacksaw. Ash Canyon. Got backpacked and summited. Killed moose. And now I'm in day 70. Nice. That's a great start. That's a great start right there. I'm doing pretty good, Starry. I'm doing pretty good. We're just kind of rocking it in the free world right now. We're rocking in the free world. Teacher of physics and fundamental of electrical engineering. Ooh, wow. I think my son just took a physics test, or physics. He was doing a physics thing the other day. I think he just studied physics at school. He's in college right now. Are you partnered on Twitch? I'm partnered. I've been partnered since December of 2018. Wow, has it been that long? I had to think back when TwitchCon was, which is I went to TwitchCon in 2019 as a partner, and December of 2018 is when I was partnered on Twitch. But yes, I am partnered on Twitch. I was the first Long Dark streamer to ever be partnered on Twitch. A little feather in my cap, if I do say so myself. Did we have food out here or not? I can't remember.
It's dusk, so now we can't be far behind.
Yeah, there's a little bit of food out here, boys and girls. Let's eat it. I'm learning English now. Still hard to understand some words. English is Starry, I apologize. English is a damn goofy language. It's from what I understand. I mean, I even have a hard time understanding some people's English sometimes. But English is a damn goofy language. It is a very strange language. It doesn't follow a lot of rules that a lot of languages follow. A lot of languages follow certain structures and rules, and English takes all those rules and just goes, yeah, I'm just gonna throw those out the window. Who cares? There are actually certain beds that give you more health. I believe this is one, and the Trapper's Cabin bed is a bed that gives you more health regen as well. You can actually get back more health on certain beds in the game. The way they have it set up. I don't really need this Pribar, do I? Well, thank you, Slosty, for that breakdown on the health. So low bar health regen starts at 1% an hour, adds 0.5 to previous 1%. Hour 2, so hour 2 hours. Okay, so it's 0.5 for each hour after the first one that you sleep. And that just keeps adding on as you do it. Okay. No, don't worry about it. No, I won't read it all out because honestly, after the first line, my eyes start to blur. But I get what you're saying. So we get 32.5 regen in a 10-hour 10-hour period. 10-hour period, we get 32.5 regen points. Very nice. Learn the rules on how to pronounce English words and toss them out the window. Memorize how a word's pronounced and don't ask why. Pretty much, yeah. Do those beds look any different? Not really, no. They look about the same as the other beds in the game. I just know that the Trapper's Cabin is reported to give more health, and I believe the double bed here gives you more health as well. Now, I'm not going to swear to that, but that's what I've heard. Those are the rumors I've heard. I've also heard that Bigfoot sometimes is out by the little river over there, but I can't guarantee he is. Still dark out. Hey, Fangirl Mel, how you doing? How you doing? You've heard about Trapper's Magic Bed. Yeah, that one I think everybody's heard about. I think that's the one most people have heard about. I think this bed here though gives you a little extra regen at night too though, but I couldn't swear to it. I wouldn't swear to it. The Trapper's Cabin one, that one I pretty much swear to. I think down in the basement, I think it'll be more difficult for an American to learn Ukrainian, probably. And I honestly have no ear for languages at all. I have no ear for languages, so for me it would probably be even harder. I tried taking a language a couple of times, and I could never quite get it down. Could never quite get it down. All right. So, since this is going to be set up as our little main base here, I'm going to leave my arrow shafts here, leave my feathers here, leave my extra cured birch here. Oh, I got that fresh black bear hide on me. Ah! I didn't drop my black bear hide. Ooh. Apparently, Trappers gives 1% more per hour. Ooh, okay. I didn't drop my black bear hide. It's not a big deal. If your hides ever get to 0, they'll not cure. You just want to make sure they don't get to 0. Once a hide is cured, it doesn't matter what condition it's in. My son is actually going to study abroad. He's actually taking Japanese right now. He's gonna be going over and studying in Japan next year. And my son is 6'4" and about 230 pounds. He's kind of gonna stand out, I have a feeling. He's gonna stand out just a little bit over there. I'm gonna repair this bedroll up because it's always good. I learned long ago, boys and girls, it's good to have extra bedrolls, just regular ones. Just leave them around the world. Fix them up every once in a while because you never know when that stray wolf is gonna take out your bedroll, or bear is gonna take it out. Have you connected with any of the Japanese streamers to give him some contacts? No, I have not. Grey Mother's ex is the person living in the farmhouse. Where will he be going? I don't know where he's going to be going exactly, Fangirl. I don't know exactly like where in Japan he will be studying. All I know is he's got his passport all set now. He's got his passport that he's applying for, and so yeah, he's getting it all going. But yeah, I don't know exactly where he's going to be in Japan itself yet. But I'm excited for him. You know, I personally never got to travel abroad when I was younger, and I don't regret it, but I think it could have been fun. But I see, the thing is though, for my personality, I don't like to travel. For me, a fun vacation is going down to the beach, and I'm good. And I do enjoy going on an odd cruise now and then. But even those, I finally get to a point where, like, I just want to go home. I'm a homebody. I get to a point even on the cruise where I'm like, yeah, I'm sad that it's ending, but honestly, I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to get back to my life and just kind of chill. PV's treating us good. My first ever flight was to Japan. I'm sure he'll have a blast. I still travel a little bit. I've never honestly had a lust to travel. You know, there's some people who like, oh, I've always dreamed. I just want to travel. I want to go travel, explore, see new places, meet new people, and I'm the opposite of that. Whatever that is, I'm the opposite. I'm like, I'm good. I can write a transcription. America is our friend and everything will be fine. America noctorich is vesbud dobre. I probably said that really bad, and you're probably laughing hysterically at my very broken, badly American accented trying to read your language. But hey, that's all I can do. Why can't you light a fire with a storm lantern? It clearly has fire in it, I know. You only missed your cat. I know they're just coming out of COVID rules now in Japan and still wearing masks lots of places. Yeah, oh, well, I'm sure that you know, he'll probably wear a mask when he's over there or whatever too, so. Japan is still not allowing tourists. Go to Vancouver and meet the Hinterland team. That would be kind of fun. That would be kind of cool to do. I wouldn't mind doing that. That'd be kind of fun. I mean, if they'd see me. I mean, God, why would they want to see me? If I were them, I wouldn't let me in. I'd never want to. What was that? What was that one comedian who was like, I would never want to belong to a club that would want me.
The cold is making my head feel.
Hey, we've never been here either. Hoping to go to South Korea this summer. Oh, good God, Fangirl Mel. I have been binging on so much South Korean, like, TV and movies lately. Oh my God. All the subtitles. I've gotten really good at subtitles, though. I've gotten really good at subtitles. I've been binging lately on The King's Avatar, which actually is pretty. It's kind of cheesy, yeah, but it's pretty good. I like it. I've been liking The King's Avatar. But I've been watching that. What was the zombie one? Something We All Are Dead or something like that. Something we are all dead. We are all dead, or God, I can never remember what that one's called. All of Us Are Dead, or it's on Netflix. All of Us Are Dead. That's the one. And then SY. I don't know. I don't even know how to say this word. Syphilis. It's the dude who pushed the boulder thing. But that one's an interesting one too. Oh, you have to watch it subtitled. Dubbed is garbage. I mean, I understand some people love dubbed, but watch Squid Game. Here's a challenge. Watch Squid Game dubbed and then watch it in subtitles. It's way better. Way better with subtitles. 100% better. You actually get the emotion and stuff from it. And you just can't get with the dubbed version. Siphius. There we go. Yes, thank you. That's a good one, Herb. Oh my God. Siphius is like crazy. I'm like 4 episodes in. I'm like 4 episodes into that one. And I'm still like, what the heck is going on right now? What the actual is happening? It's like so weird. I know there's time travel or dimension travel or some sort of travel involved in it. But it's like... It's time to go to bed at 2:30 in the morning. Have a good game. God bless America. And glory to Ukraine. We stand with you, Starry. We stand with you, my friend. I hope you stay safe. I hope everybody you know and love stays safe. And know that we are thinking about you and hoping the best for you, my friend. I have a friend that got syphilis. Syphilis on a trip. No, that's syphilis. There's a little bit of it. Oh, no, that's a completely different problem. Hey, Legend, how's it going, bud? Starry, have a good night, my friend. Stay safe, buddy. Please stay safe. But yeah, the one I've really been binging though is the King's Avatar. The King's Avatar is the main one I've been binging lately. The King's Avatar is just it's so good. It's so corny, but the animated parts of it are really good with the video game they're playing. They're playing a game called Glory, which is kind of like a MMO slash battle royale. It has that sort of genre. It's almost like if you cross Fortnite with EverQuest or something. But it's a fun game, or a fun show. It's got like 40 episodes in the season, and they're all like 40 minutes long. I'm like, yes, those Korean developers, they know what they're doing. Thanks. After the war, we were waiting for a visit to the city of Yinpro. I'm not sure exactly how you say that. I probably screwed it up, but thinking more like World of Warcraft. Yeah, it seems like more World of Warcraft, but with almost like it has that PvP element that I know World of Warcraft has. But it seems to have almost like a maybe it'd be more akin to like comparing it to think of World of Warcraft but with Call of Duty team versus team type things where it's basically a battle to the death. The Last Kingdom, I've heard that's really good. I think I actually watched an episode of that and it was really well done. There's just so much to watch out there though. Alright. Ba-dum. I just gotta get warm, don't I? I just gots to get warm. I can get warm without my bedroll. There we go. But yeah, it does have that World of Warcraft vibe to it. I mean, some of it is a little over-exaggerated as far as the moves they do, and but the King's Avatar is actually really good. I enjoy it quite a bit. I am enjoying it quite a bit. They do in Korean. I've noticed in Korean shows, they really like the whole Fremini type aspect. Where like, it seems like two people are like pissed off at each other and about to come to blows, but they're just like, they're just like they're actually really friends, but they're just very competitive. And it's like, if it was an American show, they'd be like throwing down and beating up each other, but they just like talk trash to each other, and then they're like, hey man, good game, you know. It's like, what's going on? Why is this happening? It's a very strange dynamic. You just finished Snowpiercer and liked it. I like the movie. Are you talking about the movie? I like the movie Snowpiercer. I thought that was good. I thought the movie Snowpiercer was pretty decent. I just wanted to make sure we'd actually been over here. I didn't know if we had or not. It's these little out-of-the-way places like this that you don't go very often. Yeah, we're at 3 Strikes. This is 3 Strikes Homestead right now. Oh, the TV show? I've not done that. I really like Parasite, the movie as well. I've heard good things about Parasite. I've heard good things about that. I still have to watch the movie, but it's not on any of my streaming services. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. Hey, Princess Luna. Hello. The Snowpiercer movie, it's pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Whenever I always check out my streaming services too, because whenever Dread comes to one of the streaming services, I have to go watch it. Dread is one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite movies. I love that movie. Such a great superhero movie, and it's so awesome. I mean, it's not really superhero; it's comic book related movie. It's a great comic-related movie, and it's I find it very much closer to the source material. By the way, Ath, I'm committed to do a stalker run where I spawn in Timberwolf Mountain and can't ever leave. Wow. Hey, DB! Hey, how you doing? Finally got to watch you live, and Twitch is being twitchy. Oh, no! I've had no issues on my end. Looks like our bit rate's fine. We aren't dropping frames. I'm sorry Twitch is being twitchy. It was really... God, Tuesday, Twitch was dropping out for everybody.
Damn. I'm freezing.
Twitch was being really twitchy on Tuesday. Well, Dane, good luck with that. Let me know. I'm curious to know how many days you can survive in Timberwolf Mountain on Stalker. Oh, never, ever leaving. Ever leaving. I don't want to go to work tomorrow. Me either. I just want to take tomorrow off, but I have to go to work in the morning. PB. But you know, DB, I'm having a good week. I'm gonna be playing a little bit more of Interloper today. Got about another hour, a little over an hour to go. Then we're gonna be switching. We're gonna play a little bit of Days Gone tonight as well. We're gonna be riding our motorcycle through the apocalypse. And then tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, I am going to be away. I'm going down to the beach. I'm going down to the beach, and I will be doing some reruns those days. We're gonna have Planet Crafter rerun, the hardcore mode tomorrow. We're gonna have this long dark run, the very first few sessions we had of it, playing the following on Saturday, and then on Sunday we're gonna have the new Escape the Pacific run that we're currently in highlighted. So we've got lots of good stuff coming up this weekend, even though I will be away. I have not seen. I was the new Bathman. It was 10. Yeah, what? I'm confused. The new Bathman. New Batman? The new Batman? I didn't see. I didn't see the new Batman. Haven't seen that one. I do want to go. I do want to go see Northman. The Northman or whatever. The Norseman. Is it Northman? Yeah, I think it's Northman. That one looks good. That one made me go, ooh, that kind of cool looking. That's all right. That's all right. Don't worry about it, Princess Luna. Are you gonna have a fire on the beach? That's one of the things on my bucket list. I know in Oregon you can have fires on the beach. I don't know about Washington. I don't know if Washington allows it or not. And I think some of it has to do with what time of year it is as well. I know you can do it. We've done it. I've done fires on the beach in Oregon before. You can just drag out driftwood and burn it up. But I'm not sure if I'm not sure what the laws are in Washington. Heck, in Oregon, you can drive your truck down the beach if you want to. All the beaches are public. At the new Batman movie, I probably, to be honest, Princess Luna, I'm probably just gonna wait till it comes out on a streaming service. It didn't excite me that much. It's like, I don't know. Batman has been, in my opinion, a solo Batman movie with new guy playing Batman. For me, has just been done to death. I just don't get excited about it anymore. I just don't get excited about him anymore. The Wild Harvest, yes, I have watched that. I've watched a bunch of Les Stroud stuff. I just am kind of bored of Batman. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. Well, thing is though that I heard Hush was in it and they gave him no props. I heard Hush was in it and they didn't even go with him. Which the Hush miniseries in the comics is amazing. Amazing. And I wish they would key off of them more. I wish they would key off more on the comics than less. Let's sleep for 2 hours. But yeah, honestly I'm just kind of over Batman. I mean, Ben Affleck's Batman was pretty good. Batman v Superman was not that great. Justice League, not that great. The problem is that Legends of Vox Machina is great. I watched that whole series. Legend of Vox Machina is amazing. It's really good. It's really good. I was watching it back when it was on, back when it was coming out. Like they released 3 episodes at a time. So you follow the oh yeah. Thank you for that.
Oh, I follow the comics pretty heavily, so that's why I know a lot about the story.
Very cool. Yeah, I haven't followed. I was a DC guy back in the day, more than a Marvel guy. but my knowledge of Batman kind of falls off after the whole breaking of the Bat with Bane, because I just kind of I've not been in comics actively for quite a while. So yeah, I just like him. I mean, the problem I have with DC right now, and I heard Critical Drinker talking about this earlier, and he's just like, you know, they must have the dumbest people working at Warner Brothers, because they have some of the most iconic superheroes in existence in Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, you know, the Justice League, and they just can never seem to do a lot with them that really, they can't make like a cohesive universe with them. It's like, oh, we make a Joker movie, but it doesn't have anything to do with Batman. Oh, we make a Batman movie, but this one doesn't have anything to do with the rest of the stuff that we've already done. Oh, we have this movie, but it doesn't really have a whole lot. They were trying to do it. I think they were trying to do it before their Justice League. But see, the thing is, DC, I think, DC saw or Warner Brothers saw the success that Marvel was having with their universe, and they wanted to have that. But instead of building it up over a 10-year period to where, you know, it went from Iron Man to Endgame over 10 years, they wanted to have it like in 3 years or 2 years. And it's like, it takes longer to build a universe. It takes longer to build an interest in it. And also part of it, I think, in some ways, is just superhero fatigue. I mean, coming from the 80s and 90s, all we could ever dream about was seeing our superheroes on film or in a TV show. We would get excited whenever we heard about a project happening where it may have, you know, Captain America in it, or Iron Man, or Wolverine. We got excited about it. We were like thrilled that they were going to do something with it. And now I think part of it's just fatigue. Thank you for the 3 more biddies there, Princess Luna. I appreciate that very much. And I think part of it is just the general public, the normies, not even the diehard fans, but the normies who were getting into Marvel, getting into the Marvel movies and stuff. The companies don't realize people get tired of that after a while. People get tired of the same old, same old. And that's what a lot of the Marvel movies started getting. It was just, you know, it was just same old, same old. Same verse, second verse, same as the first. And they want something different. They want something to whet their palate. And I think part of it too, that's turning off the fans, myself included, is that they started with a really good premise. The whole Marvel universe, Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, getting the Avengers together, blah, blah, blah. Which, honestly, that's like comics from the 60s and 70s. And now they all of a sudden are skipping the 80s, the 90s, all the stories from the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s. They're skipping all those to bring in these characters that nobody has asked for, nobody wants. Their series have been canceled multiple times because nobody bought them. And they're bringing them in for why? For what? I don't understand. It's like, what am I missing?
Can't feel my hands.
What am I missing? Why this shift from the good characters that all of us want to characters that none of us really care about? And it's just frustrating. It's like, you know, it just is. I mean, they have tried in the comics so many times to replace Steve Rogers as Captain America. They tried it with Falcon, which I thought was a stupid idea in the comic. They tried it with Bucky. They tried to make Bucky take over the Captain America mantle. But they always came back to Steve Rogers, because Steve Rogers is Captain America. Period. End of story. There is no everybody else who takes him on is just a token Captain America. Whether it be Bucky or Falcon or any other character who takes on the Captain America mantle. Captain America, Steve Rogers. That's just who it is. Tony Stark is Iron Man. There is no other Iron Man. They can try to pretend that they can do a different one, but there's not. Well, yeah, and that's the other thing. They've gotten very preachy in their comic movies. Their comic movies they're sort of forcing out an agenda, which I don't care whether you agree with it or disagree with. And honestly, if I agree with it or disagree with it, I don't want an agenda in my entertainment. I want to escape real life. I want to just enjoy entertainment and enjoy a story. That's why it's called escapism, because we're bombarded every day by all the BS in the world, and all we want to do is just like get away for an hour or two and get away to a fantasy world where none of it is real. That's what we want. That's why good entertainment does that. That's why I think I've been drawn to Korean television and Korean movies so much lately, is they don't have any agenda in it whatsoever. Their agenda is to entertain you. I know, that's a shocker. Their agenda is to entertain you, and that's it. And that makes me so happy. Logan is Wolverine. Logan is Wolverine. There's no other Wolverine. I don't care about X-23 or whatever that girl Wolverine they tried to bring in. No, Logan is Wolverine. Period. End of story. There is no other Wolverine in the world except for Logan. Yeah, exactly. If I was up here preaching about politics and religion every day, you guys would be like, what is going on? I didn't come here for this. And then you'd get like a very polarized, you basically, when you start preaching in entertainment, the biggest problem you have with it is that whatever you're preaching, one side or the other, you are cutting out, you are basically trying to alienate half your audience. Because whether people like to admit it or not, our general population is pretty much split 50-50 on ideas.
Find food.
It is. Whether you want to agree with that, whether you agree with the other person's idea or not, generally it's about a 50-50 split with a lot of people in the middle. And when you start pushing an agenda one way or the other, you basically are alienating a whole huge section of your audience where we need to be, you always hear about needing to be inclusive, where you need to be more inclusive. You want to get as many people watching, as many eyes on your product as you possibly can. And how do you do that when you're basically telling 50% of your people you're garbage? Okay, Miss Marvel is a wreck. The Miss Marvel's gonna be Miss Marvel's gonna be an absolute disaster. That's gonna be. Why do you think they were burying it right around the time of Obi-Wan Kenobi? Because that show is gonna be an absolute. That is gonna be an absolute shit show. I'm sorry to say. I don't swear much on stream, but that is going to be an absolute. I mean, I haven't watched the Disney. I watched the first episode of Moon Knight. I watched none of Hawkeye. I watched none of Loki. I watched a little bit of Falcon and Captain America, or Falcon and Winter Soldier. What, I don't know what it was. The Falcon dude. I watched that show a little bit. I actually watched quite a bit of WandaVision. I was really into WandaVision, but well, that's the problem with when you create god tier characters. When you create god tier characters, it's hard to make them relatable. That's why, to me, one of the most relatable Marvel things that's ever come out. One of the most relatable Marvel shows that I've ever seen was Daredevil. Daredevil was awesome. Daredevil was grounded. I mean, when Daredevil got in a fight, yeah, a lot of times he would win, but he would be so damaged after the fight.
I feel really tired.
I mean, he would be bruised and bleeding and just like, I mean, God, the guy who played Wilson Fisk, oh my God, that's the best Kingpin ever in a Marvel thing. Oh, so beautiful. But yeah, oh, Python Papa, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. I don't want agenda in my stuff. I just want to enjoy things. And I think generally most people do. And it's funny because I think even if you agree with the points that are being made, eventually you get to the point where you're like, okay, we get it already. You don't have to beat me over the head with it again. Just entertain me for a while. Marvel pretty much canceled all its female-led comics 3 years ago. They have almost no new interesting character. It's all about Spider-Man. Well, that's what's selling. That's what's selling. Well, here's the dirty secret. So, Marvel Comics has a really sordid history. Back in the day, Fantastic Four was a big comic book for Marvel, and X-Men was too. And they've kind of gone back to that a little bit now. But when Marvel fell apart back in the mid-90s and basically declared bankruptcy and sold off Spider-Man to Sony, sold off Fantastic Four rights to movies, sold off X-Men rights to movies, basically, what they did is they started, like, they started not canceling the books they were in, but they started giving those books less exposure because they wanted them to become less popular so that they could possibly buy back the rights to those shows or to those, movie rights and stuff. And it was kind of a dirty deal because a lot of people were like, "Where'd my Fantastic Four comics go? Where did all the X series go? Where did all the X-Men stuff go? What's going on with that?" And it's like, well, it's a calculated move on Marvel's part. They want those to fail so that they'll become cheaper so they can hopefully buy them back and get the movie rights and stuff back. It was what they were doing back then. Stuff that was really popular was just going away because they didn't want it to be popular anymore. Yeah, Wolverine he feels all the pain. He feels all the pain. But yeah, I mean, they have tried the Miss Marvel comic multiple times and it's failed. They've tried the Girl Hawkeye comic multiple times and it's always failed. And honestly, Hawkeye's not even that big of a character. I mean, in the comic books, he's awesome. I loved Hawkeye in the comic books. He was the leader of the West Coast Avengers, for God's sake. Remember West Coast Avengers? With Tigress? I think it was her name, Tigress. Meow. Meow. But, yeah, I mean, and Wonder Man. God, I remember Wonder Man and the West Coast Avengers, too. But yeah, Hawkeye went off and started the West Coast Avengers. I mean... Marvel Comics are dead. DC, I agree with Eric July. DC stands for dead comics, and Marvel is dead and dying at this point, too. Marvel did not have a single comic in, like, the top 175 of 2021. They didn't have a single comic. Manga is laughing at Marvel and DC all the way to the bank. Because manga is like, we don't give a beep. They're like, we don't give. And that's what they say. You prefer the Great Lakes Avengers? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's why manga's doing so well, though. Manga doesn't care. Manga's like, we love our stuff. We aren't going to control it. Check, how you doing? Wonder Man sounds wrong. Well, Wonder Man was kind of an interesting character. If I remember his... Check, thank you so much for the 33 months. If I remember Wonder Man's power set, I think he could activate...
Just
he had...
for 33 months. Hello, Atheenon and chat. Waving.
Thank you so much, Check.
Party face. Party face.
Thank you so much for all the 33 months, my friend. I really do appreciate that very much. Let's get some points out, too. So I think Wonder Man's power set was he could, like, choose one power at a time, like invulnerability, super strength, eye vision or heat vision type thing. Or he had like certain powers, but he could only activate like one at a time or something like that. I forget exactly what it was, but yeah, it was something along those lines. But he was kind of interesting. He was like a discount Superman with one power at a time. Let's just be honest. He wasn't the greatest character. He wasn't the greatest character. But yeah, I'm just trying to survive. We're trying, as Agenda, yeah, we're just trying to keep him alive. That's all we're trying to do. It's all we're trying to do. Yeah, indie comics are the way to go. If you can find a good independent creator of comic books out there, support him, please. I beg of you. support them. If you find one that you like, support them. Because there's a lot of good independent comics out there. And it's not that all comics are bad, but if you're going to go buy Marvel DC, go buy back issues. Go buy back issues. There are so many good back issues you can buy. Go buy old Chris Claremont written X-Men and New Mutants stuff. Go buy old DC and DC Superman and old DC Batman, old Justice League America. Go buy that stuff. Go support your comic book stores and buy some of their back issue stuff. Because the back issues, the comic store gets all the money from. They didn't have to, well, they had to buy it at some point. But the back issues is where comic book stores make their money. They don't make it on new issues, especially on this crop of DC and Marvel stuff that's out right now. They make it all on the back issues. You still have your original Breaking to the Bad issues? Yeah, I'm sure. I think I have that one out there in my collection somewhere. I have a little over 8,000 comics sitting out in my storage shed. So, Sarah Grayley is my favorite. She does Twitch streams of creating her comics. Dude, do you have a link to her Twitch stream? Could you find her Twitch stream, Fangirl Mel, and tell me what her Twitch name is? I'd love to go give her a follow. I'd love to check that out. You have a few boxes squirreled away. God, I wish mine were only a few. I have like 20, 30 long boxes out there of comics right now. I've got a few. Got a couple out there. We're gonna head over to the other Bears cave over here. Yeah, see, I was a big DC guy back in the day. So for me, Legion of Superheroes was like one of my favorites. I loved Legion of Superheroes. I hope to collect my set. I hope to finish my set of Legion of Superheroes one day. I probably never will because a lot of the old ones, especially the Silver Golden Age stuff, are really expensive. But I love Legion of Superheroes. Well, at least you got one reason why you never moved from your current place. Oh God, I need a moving company. I need a moving company. But yeah, I got a lot of Legion comics.
Can't feel my feet.
I got a lot of stuff. There's a great website called Stash My Comics that you can go on there and you can actually input your entire collection. They have pictures of them. You can input your collection, and then you can get a list of the ones that you're missing from that run. Like if you have like an old collection of say Justice League, from the 150s to 300s, and you're missing issues, you can input all the ones that you have. You can also put grades in there, so you know what you have graded and stuff. But you can input all the stuff that you have, and then you can also see what you don't have. And you can get a list of it. You can also access it online, and that way you can always, be able to check out what you have and don't have when you go to a comic book shop or something. I find it very useful. Because a lot of times I'll get to a comic store and I'm like, and it's like, you never know when you go to a comic book store what they're going to have back issue-wise. And sometimes you'll walk in and it's like, oh my God, they have back issues of this. I know I'm missing like 6 issues, but I can't remember for the life of me which ones they're missing. Oh, you whispered the Twitch to me? Okay, awesome. Hold on a second. Let me pull that up real quick. Ah! Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm sitting here getting ready to look it up, and the wolf comes over and attacks me. This wolf's like, no! You may not look it up, Atheenon. This wolf's like, no! You may not look it up, Atheenon. Copy that. Yeah, the wolf's like, no comics for you. Honestly, comics have been a passion most of my life. Last played art? Okay, I'm gonna go give her a follow. Go give her a follow.
Whoa, I'm sorry. Whoa.
Oh shoot, I don't want to be broadcasting your stream.
Oh, it's a baby. You don't have to move him.
I rather you didn't do that.
That's okay. There's nothing wrong with him walking across the banister.
There we go. I just gave her a follow. Oh, she's on right now. Oh, cool. Coolie beans. Oh no, she's offline. Never mind. Never mind. But yeah, comic books, it's about her relationship with her partner and their cats. Oh, nice. Comic books have always been a passion of mine, to be honest. They always have. I started working in my first comic book store at the age of, I want to say 15. I started working at my first comic book store at the age of 15. Worked in comic book stores pretty much up to the point when I was off and on. I worked in comic book stores up to about the age 23, about age 22 or so. And then I switched over and I then got married and I moved with my ex-wife, who's now my ex-wife. She wasn't then, but I moved with my wife at the time to Idaho, and I opened up my own comic store in Idaho. And then we moved back here to Oregon, and I went back to work for a comic book store here for a while, and then I just kind of got out of them for a decade or so. I used to help with the graphic novel ordering at our library. Oh, nice! She's lovely. I've met her a couple times at Comic-Con. Oh, that's cool. Jim Balance Tarot series. Oh, very cool. But it's not appropriate to show on stream. What, is it naughty? Is it naughty? Or is it naughty? It's a bit risque. Well, hey. We like a little risque. Also used to keep graphic novels, comics in the classroom library. I was lucky our local school used to donate books to me. That's awesome. Do I have much water on me? I probably need to make a little bit of water. This is right now, boys and girls, we're surviving off the land. We're basically not really carrying, we didn't carry any food or water with us, so we're basically just having to hunt and make water and stuff as we go. Yeah, see, for me, I've always been a floppy person. That came out wrong. I've always liked the floppy comics. I do have graphic novels. I do have some graphic novels. Like, I have the Ultimate X-Men. I think I have the first 14 Ultimate X-Men's, which actually was a really good series when it first was going. I loved the Ultimate X-Men back then. And I have a few Absolute editions that I've bought. I have a Crisis on... I actually have two special Crisis on Infinite Earths editions. I have the Ultimate Edition, and I have the Anniversary Edition of those. So I got those. I have the Kingdom Come Absolute Edition, or is that the Absolute, or is that the Ultimate? No, that's the Absolute Edition of Kingdom Come, which was a great series. Oh my god, if you've never read Kingdom Come, go read Kingdom Come. The Alex Ross artwork is mwah. Oh, mwah. It's almost, in my mind, it's very close to George Perez. For me, George Perez is one of my favorite artists of all time. That's just a personal preference. There's nothing wrong with liking other artists or nothing. Just for me personally, I grew up with a lot of George Perez artwork in the Titans, in Justice League, Crisis on Infinite Earths. George Perez is just, oh. And the poor guy has cancer now. F cancer, boys and girls. F cancer. George Perez has cancer now, and he hasn't got long. Hey, there's a bear over here. I wonder if we can free range him. I wonder if I can hit him from here. Probably have to aim up really high to get him. Oh, that went way in back of him. I got him! It only took 4 times. Did you read the Power Rangers series? Never read the Power Rangers now. I was too old for Power Rangers. Power Rangers came out when my kids were into stuff. Power Rangers were never really a thing for me. There's the second arrow. Where's the third one? Oh, it's stuck in the cliff. Can I even get to that? I don't even know if I can get to that cliff. Oh! Secret Wars? I love Secret Wars. I got all those. I have the Secret Wars series. That's one that I have. Secret Wars 2 sucked. Secret Wars 2 was horrible. It's like you take this all-powerful entity, the Beyonder, and then you make him into a person. And they got heavy into the crossovers at that point. They're trying to do the whole crossover thing, and it was just bad. It was bad.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
But yeah, I love Secret Wars. Secret Wars was great. That was the first time Spider-Man got his black costume. And then Web of Spider-Man is when they got rid of the black costume from him. And then that's where, you know, of course it then got attached to Eddie Brock and Venom occurred and all that good stuff. But yeah, Secret Wars was great. I think I still have my, here, I'll show you what I got real quick. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, boys and girls. I hope the bear doesn't come back and eat my face. Let's see, where is that? One of the few things I still have left over from my comic book shop days. It's back in the day they used to send out promotional posters to us. And I got a poster of the Kraven's Last Hunt. It has like all the different books that were in Kraven's Last Hunt. It's like one of the promotional posters they put out for the hunter and the hunted. The winner will die. But yeah, I have that poster still. I gotta get that framed sometime. It's not like it's worth anything. It's just memories. But yeah, I have that. I have my Nom poster that I got signed by Peter David. Remember when the Nom came out? I love that. When the Nom first came out, the Nom was such a unique, interesting book. Because every month when it came out, the original premise of the Nom was that it was going to progress in real time, which they did away with after a while. But the whole premise of it was that every month a book would come out, and that meant that a month had passed in the comic book as well. So a month of real time passed in the comic book. So every story was like a self-contained story, or maybe it was a story and then it was like picked up in the next one, but it was a month later. We need more redeems caring for the streamer. Aw. But the Nom was, boy, that was a great series. I don't know. I don't even know if the bear's dead. I know I hit him. Pretty sure I hit him. Did I not hit him? I have at least number 1, number 2, and number 3 Secret Wars in case I ever want to sell them. Yeah, see, I don't ever really look to sell any of my comics. My comics are for me. My comics are for me. My kids can sell them or something. Yeah, there's no blood. Makes me kind of concerned. Let me get my flare gun out just in case. As a kid, I got comics that might not have been popular. I like the Micronauts. I loved the Micronauts back then, Patchup. The Micronauts were freaking awesome. I love the Micronauts series. As footprints end there. Did he despawn? Oh, there he is. He just soaked my arrow up.
I need to find a place to rest.
Now he's over a hill, so I can't see him. I'm waiting for the bears to surprise you around the corner. No, I don't want that to happen. Yeah, there's no blood. I wonder where my other arrow went. Did you just shake it off? By the way, when we're talking about comics, when your son is in Japan, you should go to Comic-Con. It's a Japanese Comic-Con that has, I don't know how to even pronounce that word, which is a Japanese self-published comics and fan art, completely free to go, and one of the best things I did while I was there. Oh, that's cool. I think I'm gonna get up on this rock. This is a safer way. I'm not gonna use the fire trick to get him. Oh, he's on to me now. I know I hit him that time.
So cold.
I know I hit him that
Just
time.
lay down for a bit.
Or is this bear just not taking damage? I see no blood again. I see no blood. No, there's blood. There's blood. There's blood. Okay, we got blood. Okay, this time he did take damage. Okay. It's like there's no freaking blood again. He's got a ballistic vest on. That must be it. There's his blood. Swear to God, finding these guys is sometimes the hardest thing. Secret Wars is cool. I rest the red online. Preferred Civil War, but still not. It's still an interesting story. Civil War was Civil War kind of bothered me in some ways. To me, Civil War was kind of the end with Marvel for me. They tried to make it too realistic. Everybody's got to register because superheroes could be dangerous. Blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, this could have always been the thing, but we don't need to bring real world stuff into it. It was like trying to speak again to modern day things that are going on instead of just having a fun comic where heroes fight villains and they beat up each other and the villains get put away sometimes and sometimes they don't and they come back and plague the hero again. Did he really go all the way up here and die? Yeah, he's up here. So he ran all the way to the top of this cliff to die. Really? Seriously? This bear's like invulnerable. Screw this. Screw this. Screw you, Mr. Bear. Speaking of which, we need someone to do a comic series on Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot. Hercule Poirot. Good old Poirot. Got a piece of coal. We need to get warm. Let's see how many bears we have down right now. Bears killed 24. Okay, so this will be our 25th if we can get them to freaking die. We can get them to freaking die! Oh, man, I tell ya. Yeah, what a bad bear. He just won't die for us. We slept 2 hours. 25. Bear's dead somewhere. Now I have no idea where he's dead, And we've lost several arrows doing this. Lost a bunch of arrows doing this, really. But how you doing, Cindy? Hello, hello. But yeah, the whole comic thing, I mean, I love my stuff. I was sad. I honestly was kind of sad to hear what they did with Moon Knight. I'm not gonna lie. Moon Knight, back in the day, I loved reading that book. I thought he had such a cool power set where, like, at the peak of the moon, when the moon was completely full. Okay, so when the moon was, like, not out at all, when it was in darkness, he was just pretty much he was basically like a very athletic person, and that was about it. No real superpowers. And then once the moon was full, he was almost on par with Spider-Man in some senses, as far as like power level. He was very powerful. He was very fast, agile, strong. Did have spider sense, but his powers waxed and waned with the passing of the moon, which I thought was a really cool. I thought that was a really cool idea. I was like, that's kind of a neat way to have your hero. Plus, he didn't have multiple personalities. He had personas. He had alter egos to basically accomplish things that he wanted to accomplish. And he had certain alter egos that he would utilize to infiltrate different organizations. His Mark Spector was basically a mercenary personality. It was not even a personality. It was a mercenary persona that he would utilize. And the Mark Spector, I personally think, was the real Mark Spector was Moon Knight, and the other ones were just aliases that he used in my head canon, and I think in the canon of the actual book at the beginning. Now that did get changed over the years. You know, different writers always write different stuff in, which is fine. They can always write whatever they want. Doesn't mean I have to believe it, but they can write whatever they want. Well, since he's dead, we're just gonna go sleep in his cave. Then we'll get up in the morning and do our stuff. But yeah, I'm doing good, Cindy. We're talking about one of my favorite things of all time, comic books. It started out with the talk about movies, and it moved right into comic books. I can't imagine. I can't imagine how. Let's grab a piece of meat and eat that first. But yeah, I was actually very interested in to see how the Moon Knight show did, and I was kind of disappointed by it ultimately. I liked the first episode. The first episode was interesting, and then it just kind of went like most Marvel things these days. It seems to have a good strong start, and then it just kind of goes falls right off the cliff afterwards. I didn't even go see Morbius. I mean, I know that's a Sony thing, but I didn't even go see Morbius. I had no interest. Morbius was kind of a cool bad guy back in the day, but if you want, you know, a good vampire Marvel movie, go watch the first couple Blade movies with Wesley Snipes. Those are freaking awesome. Those are freaking awesome. Wesley is the man. He is the GOAT. He is the GOAT of vampire Marvel stuff. Morbius was always he was an interesting character, but he was always just kind of a Morbius was kind of he was a secondary character, really. I mean, he was a guest star in other people's books, kind of as a anti-hero or a troubled hero. I mean, he started out though as a villain, honestly. He started out fighting Spider-Man and stuff. But he was never one of my faves. 3 was lacking in a lot of senses, but even it was good. Didn't they try to talk him into? Yeah, but they were gonna they're making Blade a PG-13 movie. I'm sorry, Marvel. Pull your head out of your collective rears and realize there is a market for rated R superhero movies. And soon, with the way your stuff is going, that's going to be the only market you have. Because you're driving away every normie out there. and we want to see Wolverine blood and guts. I mean, despite its flaws, Logan was the Logan movie was really good. It had some very serious issues I had with it, but overall, Logan was really well done. It was awesome seeing the blood and the guts and yeah, an actual R.
Looks like I made it.
Logan was pretty up there. I mean, seeing the pain, I mean, it was pretty gruesome in parts. I just loved when he was old, like seeing the pain of him trying to get his claws out. And it hurt him and then it wouldn't heal as fast. That was pretty awesome. I lost an arrow over here. That's why I came back up here. There it is. Doesn't showing blood make it R? Not necessarily. There's this little thing in Hollywood. Chris Gore explained it a little better than I probably will. This guy I watch on YouTube. And there's this, I think it was him, but there's this thing in Hollywood where if you use, like if you make blood, alien blood or some sort of synthetic blood, blue or green, it doesn't follow the same rules as if the blood was red.
Head feel thick.
If the blood is red, it's a different rule than if it's like blue or green. So that's why a lot of times there'll be like really bloody, like exploding aliens, exploding in green blood, but it doesn't count as if it was real blood. If that makes sense? It's kind of a weird standard, but well, it's all to protect the children. Don't you care about the children, you monster? And I'm like, no, don't take your kid to the damn movie. Give me my rated R superhero movies where they cuss and they do violence and they beat each other up and they cause all sort of issues. Oh, by the way, we found the bear, boys and girls. 1, 2. We're at 18. Now he had 4 freaking arrows in him. 4 freaking arrows. Yeah, Deadpool's a great rated R movie. And Deadpool, if they try to remake Deadpool as a PG or PG-13 movie, it's not going to work. Though there's certain superheroes that need to have that rated R rating on it. That's why Dredd was so good with Carl Urban. Dredd was a rated R, no holds barred, rated R superhero movie. And it was awesome. I keep going back to Dredd, but Dredd's one of my favorite comic book adaptation movies of all time.
I'm not sure I can carry.
And you know what I think was the best? You know what I loved about Dredd more than anything? You never once in the movie saw Carl Urban's face. He had enough respect for the character to set his ego aside and never show his face in the movie. Mad respect for him. He emotes harder with his lower jaw than some actors emote with their entire freaking face. But he could set aside his ego and go, you know what? Dredd's face is never showed in the comics. They'll never see my face in the movie either. And I have unlike Mandalorian or Boba Fett. See, that's the worst thing. That's the thing I think a lot of people... it's something that bugs me about actors, is actors, by default, actors have huge egos. I mean, they just do. They're freaking actors, for God's sake. They're gonna have huge egos. I understand that. But when you can't put aside your ego to play a character and not be recognized as not be recognized in the movie as a person... You know, when you want to be recognized in the show or a movie as yourself instead of as your character, that's a problem in my mind. When your ego's that big. You like both Dredd movies? Oh God, I hate it. The Sylvester Stallone one. I am the law. I am the law. Damn it, yo Adrian, where's my law? I am the law. Yeah, that was made at a certain time, and it was pretty damn funny, honestly. But yeah, that's one thing that bugged me like crazy with Boba Fett too.
Any of this gear.
And honestly, I never watched Boba Fett. The only way I watch Boba Fett is through the EFAP miniseries of Boba Fett. Go check out EFAP on YouTube, boys and girls. They do great breakdowns of TV shows, movies, and that sort of stuff. They did an amazing breakdown of Arcane, which was just, I mean, it was a great analysis of Arcane and all the stuff. It showed me stuff in that show that I had never even seen. And whether they're just absolutely taking the piss out of a thing or they're absolutely loving a thing, they do a great job giving lots of analysis. They pause it all the time and give lots of analysis and lots of critique, whether it's good or bad. But yeah, go check out the EFAP crew. Mauler is amazing. Mauler is absolutely just amazing. I love his insights on stuff. Oh, I loved Arcane. Arcane was awesome. Arcane was awesome. Arcane had... See, the thing I loved about Arcane, Herb, is whether you like or hate Vi, whether you like or hate Silco, whether you like or hate Jace or any of those, there's something in it for everybody. Anybody can find a character they'll probably like in Arcane. I know. I'm not a League of Legends fan. I didn't know diddly squat going into Arcane. The only reason I started watching Arcane is my son was like, "Dad, you really gotta watch Arcane. It's really, really good." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's based on League of Legends." Yeah, or whether you like Jinx, exactly. That psycho little nut job. But you know, whatever you know, that's the thing, is it has something for everybody. And if you're a fan of League of Legends, you'll probably get quite a bit out of it. Because there's lots, I guess, there's lots of Easter eggs and stuff like that in it for fans of the show or fans of the game. But you don't need to be a fan of the game to like the show. It has lore from the game, but it doesn't put the lore before the story. It tells you a story based in that world using some lore for that. But it's a good story in and of its own if you've never even watched anything but it. From it.
Always use more food.
Oh, Fangirl Mail, bye-bye! Love you! Have a great rest of your night. Arcane was the best animated. Arcane is the best animated I've seen in probably the last decade. It honestly is. Into the Spider-Verse was really good, but I put Arcane above it as well. And I've watched Arcane now 4 times, from front to back. I've watched it 4 times now, and I see new stuff. I think the thing, too, is I see new stuff in it every time I watch it, which is really cool. I watched it 2 times before I watched the EFAPs, the Every Frame a Pause. That's what EFAP stands for. I watched it 2 times before the EFAPs, and then after watching the EFAPs, I think to review all 9 episodes, it took them approximately 24 hours to review all 9 episodes. That's how much analysis they do of stuff like that on the EFAP channel on YouTube. It was insane, but they broke it down so well that I was just like, after I watched those, I had to go back and watch it again. And then I started watching it with my best friend. She liked it. She wasn't as much into it as I was, but it's not her bag, really. It's not her thing. But Arcane is really good. Oh my god. Really good. Like, next level good. They did just such a good job with it. Is it really that nice out? Ooh, baby, you know what time it is? It's time to chop a tree limb down, baby. It's tree limb chopping time. Mooler, that's the channel. Yep, Mooler. It's also under Mauler, M-A-U-L-E-R. He has 2 channels. Mooler is his EFAP channel, and Mauler is his own personal channel where he does sort of personal stuff. Yeah, but Mooler is the channel. Yep. I love those guys. Those guys are awesome. Those guys are awesome. And I love a lot of those guys. Critical Drinker's one of my favorite guys. He is hilarious to listen to. But yeah, give them a look sometime. They got lots of different stuff. They review TV shows. They review Like they've done a few where they've like reviewed what's that the everything wrong with X and X with whatever show they've done reviews on those. And just kind of, you know, made fun of him. Kind of gone like, what is he saying here? I have no clue what he's talking about. But, yeah, they do a lot of reviews and stuff on there. And they have different guests on. Mauler, Fringy, and Rags are the three main guys on there. And they all kind of bring a different perspective to it. Drinker's a riot. I love Drinker. Whether I agree, and I don't always agree with these guys, but whether I agree with them or not, I always find them entertaining, and I find the stuff they say to be founded in good points more than anything, which is all I want. I hate the just cause that's the way it is argument, you know? It's just like the just cause argument I just absolutely hate. If you're gonna make an argument, you better be able to back it up with facts and logic and reason you know, whether I agree with your facts, logic, and reason is a whole nother story, but you better back it up with something better than, well, that's what I feel. I just want it that way. If you're trying to convince me anyway. Trying to convince me. You better back it up. I need a little backup. Come on. Come on. Yeah, but Drinker's a riot. That's why I like Death Battle. Is he on YouTube, Herb? I'm always looking for new guys on YouTube to watch. I love watching some content on YouTube. They back up their analysis with facts too. Death Battle. Okay, I'm gonna have to check him out. Is he on you? So is that his channel on YouTube? Death Battle. Death Battle. There we go. Wow, 4.93 million subscribers. Awesome.
Friends
I'll give him a
walk up to me and just be like, "What the f is it?"
All right, I'll give him a follow. Check him out sometime. Cool. I'll check him out. I always like getting good recommendations for people. It's a YouTube channel where they put two characters from different series. Oh, okay. And they sort of say who will win between these two characters or whatever. That's a cool concept. Yeah, I've watched a few like that before. Those are kind of cool. Those are kind of fun to see the speculation on what would this character do with this character. And I always come back to with enough advanced knowledge and preparation, Batman will take you every day of the week. He's always got a plan, boys and girls. He's always got a plan. Don't let the bat get to know you. Batman will take you every day of the week. Even Darkseid, one of the most powerful DC characters in the DC universe, has doubts when he goes up against Batman. Even he worries about Batman because he's like, what the heck does he got planned? What he knows Batman is that freaking smart. Batman's awesome. Batman's probably one of my favorite. I think Batman's so relatable because, yeah, he is rich and everything, but he's just a normal dude. He has no superpowers. The only thing he has going for him is he's really super smart, and he's really good at fighting and stuff. But his brain is his brain is his superpower. His brain is his superpower. He doesn't have superpowers. I mean, if you're talking about, and see, that's the thing though, is also you have to pose it a certain way as well. Because if you just drop two random characters in an arena with no prep, you just drop them into an arena and say battle, that's a whole different story than saying using all this character's stuff that they can do and this character's stuff and all they can do. If they had time to plan out a way to defeat the other character and to actually go up against them head to head, who would most likely win? That's a whole different scenario. And that's the thing, is like in a straight up one-on-one fight, of just fighting with your fists, Batman's gonna win very infrequently. because he's just a normal dude. He's just a normal dude. He's not a meta. He has no superpowers. He is at the peak of human, possible human existence as far as strength and speed and stuff that he can be. But in the end, he's just a normal dude. And so in the end, in any sort of pitched battle with just like, if you're dropped in an arena and said to go, he's going to lose most of the time because he's just not going to be able to compete. Unless it's against somebody like Black Cat or, Catwoman or something who's somebody who's just another regular old person. But, when you bring metahumans into it, that changes the whole dynamic. Let's suppose he has his kryptonite spear in the back as well. Well, but he's always got a plan. That's the thing. That's why I said in the end, if he's got enough time. But see, that's the thing. Even with the kryptonite spear, he's still gonna be weaker than Superman. And that's the thing too. Is over the years, kryptonite has affected Superman in so many different ways. It used to be that kryptonite was like, instantly Superman would be down on his knees begging for to have it taken away. And now it's like, okay, it affects him, but it's sort of like it just makes him weaker, and he's not as fast, and, So it definitely, the meta for that has changed over the years as far as what it does exactly.
I need to drop something.
And they've introduced, red kryptonite, yellow kryptonite, blue kryptonite, blah, 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 blah. They've introduced all these different kryptonites over the years, which kind of, I'm like, okay, enough with the kryptonite already. Actually, I think I'm just going to go down to the water. Go down to the water. Oh, there he is. Good God, I'll give you night vision so you can actually see the wolf. I can barely even see him. Even with his glowy green little eyes. My milkshake brings all the wolves to the yard. Damn right, it's better than yours. Woo! Well, yeah, but that's the problem, Patchup, when you have a god tier character. They kind of dealt with that a little bit in in the Injustice series. They kind of dealt with that with Injustice, where Superman lost Lois to the Joker, and basically was like, enough. I'm taking over everything now. Everything is mine now. Everything is mine. I am taking everything over.
So cold.
So, there was that whole series of Injustice comics that was taken off the video game or whatever. And they've dealt with that also with some Elseworld books as well. Elseworlds has dabbled in the whole Superman taking over everything idea. There was one Elseworld Superman where instead of America, he didn't land in America, but he landed in England back during the Revolutionary War, or right before the Revolutionary War. And he stopped America from breaking away from the colonies of breaking away from England. What do I think about the new Batman? I haven't seen it yet. I honestly, Jake the Great White, I'm kind of burnt out on Batman movies, and I'm kind of burnt out on superhero movies. I'm gonna go see it, probably when it comes out on a streaming service. It was what Batman used one fight I can remember before I stopped reading comic books and beat Superman. Oh, Batman's come up with lots of stuff. Yeah, he has like a kryptonite ring. He's had like a thing he has like a lead-lined belt belt buckle. It has like some lead thing in it. He's got lots of different ways he's like stopped Superman from being a douche. It's on HBO Max. That's how you saw it. Yeah, I don't have HBO Max, so I'll have to wait. Have to wait a little bit. But you thought it was okay? I've heard it's pretty decent. I've heard the first part of it is good. The runtime is really long, but the first part of it is good. And I've heard from several pundits that if they had compacted it a little bit more, made it a little more coherent, not had it drag so much, it would have been $1 billion movie. But a lot of people were like, yeah, the runtime's pretty long, and I'm gonna go see it once, and I'm good. I'm good. Galactus vs. Darkseid would be an amazing movie. Well, if they did Galactus correctly, it would be awesome. Because they can't even seem to get Galactus done right. Oh, don't even get me started on that stupid Fantastic Four movie. Holy crap. You take one of the coolest bad guys in the entire Marvel universe in Doctor Doom, and you basically just make him a metahuman. You basically make Doctor Doom a metahuman. For no reason whatsoever. And then you bring in one of the coolest characters ever, the Silver Surfer. You take one of the coolest characters ever in Silver Surfer, and you put him in a really bad movie. How do you turn up the brightness? I don't actually turn it up. My brightness is always this. I have a night vision filter on my OBS where it turns up the saturation and that sort of stuff. It makes it look a little green sometimes, a little blue sometimes, but it turns up the saturation, the contrast, and the brightness, but only you, the viewer, sees that. I don't see that. I'm still seeing this right here. Unless you know about new Batman going in the better, there are some very nice surprises. Okay, well, I definitely will check it out at some point. I'm actually more excited to go see The Norseman. Because it's something I don't know. Something I've never experienced before. I just feel Batman's played out. I'm gonna say it. I feel Batman's played out. They've reinvented Batman so many times, recast him, established him, recast him, origin story, established him, recast him, origin story, recast. I mean, they just keep doing it over and over again.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
And I understand most of it, they do because actors want to do other things, which I understand. But then again, why are they not making... I didn't really appreciate the new Superman movies with Henry Cavill. I thought he was a great Superman. I thought the movies were kind of shite, but I thought he was a great Superman. Why is Henry Cavill not in everything right now? Why is Henry Cavill not one of the biggest movie stars at this moment in time? He's an uber geek. He loves all the nerdy stuff. He has depth and breadth of knowledge. Oh yeah, Henry Cavill, new James Bond. Because he's at home playing Warhammer. That's true. He's a nerd. He's at home playing Warhammer. That is so true. Yeah, Henry Cavill, I love him. I love him because he has a passion for it. Yeah, it would have been great if The Witcher was actually in season 2 of The Witcher, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that have been great? Wouldn't Witcher season 2 have just been so much better if it actually I don't know, was about The Witcher? That would have been awesome. I can't wait for that to come out. I wasn't real thrilled with season 2 of Witcher, to be honest. Season 1, it's kind of interesting. I watched a YouTuber who was kind of breaking it down, and he's like, you know what? You know why season 1 worked so well? Season 1 worked really well because of its non-linear storytelling. And it kept you kind of on the edge of your seat trying to figure out what was going on and stuff. The unfortunate part of series 2 is now it's all linear. Everything's happening at the same timeline. Everything's caught up. Everything's happening at the same time. And it shows, and it was interesting because the YouTuber, I can't remember who I was, but the YouTuber that I watched took the first season and cut up the different timelines and played them in a linear progression, like played the show in a linear progression instead of being broken up like it was. And the show was kind of, it wasn't as good as it was non-linear. It wasn't as intriguing and it didn't grasp you as much in the linear format as it did in the non-linear format, if that makes sense. It was an I mean, and it doesn't. I'm not saying it's bad. It just was an interesting study into why the first season did so well. And the first season, people talked about it for months. It was the biggest thing on Netflix. What happened with season 2? Nobody talks about it. I mean, it was here, gone, and there was a little buzz for about a week, and then it was just done. Which was just kind of weird. It didn't have the staying power, I think. Didn't have the staying power, and I just don't think it was as good. I didn't like what they did with Yennefer, having her be powerless for like 80% of the season. It's like, that's what was intriguing about her, is her powers and what she could do, and you know, having Geralt just kind of like not. I sort of liked how the first season also had kind of a monster of the week. It was the same sort of thing with Supernatural. When Supernatural was first out, Supernatural had the monster of the week kind of thing going on. And then it got into the long form. Every episode leads into the next, and every episode has, you know, what happened in the previous episodes directly affect this